Hello, everybody. I actually haven't looked at myself in the camera yet, so we're gonna make some adjustments. You're seeing more of my bedroom than usual. Hi, Sherry. Your comment was so nice. My husband read it to me, and we talked about it. I always love seeing your comments. Dana, nice to see you. You know, you really should be knitting. You know, just saying. And Daniel, thank you for your compliment on my graphics. How nice of you. Okay, I'm going to scoot this a little closer. Because I don't have good enough vision for this. I think that's fine. I'm gonna shut this too, a little bit. Yep. Jeez, I gotta leave it open enough for the cat. No, I don't. Thank you though. Cancel. Okay, I hope everyone's doing good. I am eating my words because last week on stream, someone asked if I was stitching and I said, no, I'm knitting, and now I'm here stitching. So actually, but I actually was inspired by it. Also, my hair's so freaking tangled from wearing this top I knit myself all day. I can't even tell you, it's so tangled. But yeah, I filmed a van tour today, which took all day. We cleaned so good yesterday. It was like, we were both so tired. And then today, I filmed a van tour, which is something I've been putting off for 2 years because quite frankly, it's a lot of work and I overshare, which means the videos are way too long. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing. So I've kind of been procrastinating it, but we did it today. So I had to wear cute clothes instead of comfy clothes and move around and talk a lot. So we'll see how my energy level is tonight. Dana, I need a tutor. That's a great idea. Homemade gifts are great because it's cheap. And you should look at craft stores right now. A lot of craft stores are having sales. Like Hobby Lobby had a sale all last week for 30% off all yarn. Michaels has 35% off online purchases right now too. So you should go buy yarn while it's cheap and while it's early enough to do it. If you need any patterns, I can send some ideas your way. I have that like short staple beanie that I love so much. I mentioned it last stream also. That I wear all the time. I think it's cute. Okay, so literally I got this thing in the mail today, so we're testing it out. I actually don't know how well it's gonna work. We're gonna play with it and see. I gotta figure out how to position it. Oh, and I can zoom this in also, I just realized. It's a little tricky because it's like one of those arms. Okay, we're gonna figure this out, I promise. Ta-da! Way better. Last week, I was just using the webcam that we have. It's a nice webcam, like Vincent uses it for his lessons every day. But this is way nicer, I think. I'm just gonna try to make this look straight for you. Okay. Today we're stitching a test knit, or not test knit. I messed that up. A test stitch. These great ideas. I was thinking about those. Oh yeah, those scrubbers, which you've already made before. I forgot I knit or I knitted that with you. Was it? No, crocheted. I'm stupid. It's been so long since I made those. I made them. I thought they were great, and Vincent doesn't like them. So I think for him the problem is probably that since he's the one doing the dishes, I can't get mad at him about it.
What are you talking about? They're amazing. It's just
you don't like them. You don't use them.
Just they get stinky pretty quick.
Yeah, well, that was what I was gonna say. Is like Vincent, his issue is that since like if we could throw them in the dishwasher every once in a while, then that would solve that problem. That's why they're so great. Is because you can throw them in the dishwasher. But since we don't have a dishwasher, he is the dishwasher, it is hard to keep them from getting gross as fast. I just still feel like they're better for the environment and they're like easy and fast to stitch up. They're cheaper too. So I just feel like I'd want to do it for that reason, but I understand, Vincent. I understand. Okay, my supplies. Let's go. I'm going to put my hair up too because I'm too hot. I'm doing my dishwasher. Your dishwasher. Oh no. You can also throw them in the clothes washer too. So you have a backup plan at least. We don't have either. We only have the laundromat. I don't want to do a separate load of laundry for dish scrubbies. This is really hard to do because it's mirrored. TBH, Dana, I have never had a dishwasher since I left Arizona at 18. We've never had one. So Vince and I are very comfortable with hand washing dishes. I kind of like it better sometimes, to be honest. I feel like it's easier to stay on top of it when you can see it and it's not like lost in the dishwasher. Okay. I'm gonna die. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, we're doing a test stitch today. Dana. Yeah. I think I remember talking to you about that at one point. Like, we had a whole conversation about how, like, you're bougie now with your dishwasher. But not anymore, I guess you're one of us again. Okay, so test knit. It's a pattern that I made. It was supposed to go live on Monday. I'm sad that I did not put it live on Monday because I've been really good about posting a pattern every Monday. But this one was supposed to be Monday's pattern, and I like did it, and I just realized like this one really needed to be test stitched. Mostly because it had some back stitching, and I don't know how many threads are going to be needed for the back stitching. I was originally thinking 4, but maybe we can get away with 3, and I don't know if I need different thicknesses of back stitching for different parts of the pattern. It's a really simple pattern, but there is just like a pattern within the pattern that I am not sure about. So we're test stitching it. I actually am excited that I'm doing live streams again because I realized I've always had it on the back of my to-do list to do test stitching all of my patterns. I know, like, personally as a consumer, I'm almost always more likely to buy patterns that have been like the test stitches or have been test stitched and are like advertised with I forgot my necklace, are advertised with the project like in the photos. I prefer that. That's what I want to be doing. I just couldn't justify the time and the expense when I wasn't selling anything. And then I got busy with so many other things. And now, I'll show you guys in a sec. Vincent made me the nicest little snack plate. And you did perfect because it's mostly all stuff that won't get sticky and messy on my hands. So good job.
That could mess up your hands with the plantain chips.
Yeah, it's fine. I can be careful. Just want to put my necklace on. It's my cat necklace. I can't believe I forgot to put it back on. Anyway, I've been wanting to do it for forever, so I just realized last week I was like, I should be stitching these in live streams because obviously these live streams were originally for cross stitching. I still do love cross stitching. Since I've been making patterns every week, I couldn't like justify trying to make them before I just do live streams again. So this let me zoom out. This is Vincent's snack plate that he just handed me. Because I was gonna get a snack before we started, but then I didn't get it in time. Thanks, hon. Okay, I'm really happy with this camera. Do we like this camera? I feel like this is way better than the one I was using last week. The lighting isn't amazing because it's just like this light right here that's working off it, but I think it'll be fine for today. We're using size 24 needles. I have 26 and 24, but I think this is fine with 24 because the pattern's pretty sparse. Oh, let me show it to you too. Ish cute. I'm really happy because I switched programs for making patterns. I used to use Stitch Fiddle, which is what a lot of people use. It's free. But it just wasn't working well for like what I needed it to do. In particular, switching over from DMC to Anchor because I really wanted to start adding Anchor conversions into my patterns, which is the whole job on its own. That's how I ended up making an entire Notion template that is DMC to Anchor conversions. I saw it for $2 on my Etsy shop because I was like, I have to make this for myself, so I might as well make it that like everybody can use. But yeah, like Stitch Fiddle just couldn't support what I needed it to do, and Stitchly makes way higher PDFs for my patterns, like right off the bat. It's like a lot less editing, and it's just a better experience. So anyway, I switched to Stitchly, and Stitchly has built in also like progress tracker, so it's really easy to like view your pattern as you go, which is cool. Let me show you. So here's my, let me see if I can, here's my little test pattern. I'm doing, I thought it might be a good idea to do like Taylor Swift themed Halloween patterns. So this is We All Get Some Kind of Haunted, which is from Midnight Rain. And these are the anti-hero ghosts. Vaguely. For copyright purposes, it's vaguely like that. But I think it's super cute. So I gotta figure out this backstitching, and then I think we'll be in good shape. I'll just have to release it a week late, but that's fine. I have a bunch of other fun ideas for Taylor Swift Halloween themed things. Because Taylor Swift is still the most sold on my shop. So, yeah, let me show you what it looks like on Stitchly to like count too, because I just think it looks so good. So you go into like the counting thing, and then you just pick a section, and you can like zoom in as much as you want. You can click on it to see like what the color is, and you can mark it as done as you go. So pretty rad. I'm super happy with it. I'm gonna start with the middle section because I'm in the middle of my fabric. The middle is that little, there's a little yellow cross. I'm gonna switch to the big one. Yeah, there's like that little yellow cross right there. That's the middle. So we're starting there. I made a little crease. It's still kind of there. You can barely see it when I put my fabric in. I also got this new hoop that is like, it's plastic on the outside, but it has these things that pinch. It's like pinching. I just got it from Michael's, but it actually, why haven't I seen this before? I think it's actually so cool. I think it works really good. I want to make it straight for you. I don't care if it's straight for me. Okay. So I'm just gonna start. We can chat. Also, let me know if the music turns off or anything. Who knows what I'm really doing. Also, my needle minder today, I was thinking I'd use a different needle minder each time because it's fun.
Scooper wasn't, like, I put the thing back.
Yeah.
And I guess it was already in there, so it was shoved in the back of the closet this whole time.
Like the bin?
Like the bin, yeah.
Oh no.
Like,
Earl.
I go to close it.
Come here, Earl.
And I hear his little paw just going.
Okay, we're switching for a second. Come here, Earl. So this cat gets bored. He gets so bored. He just wants attention, and he wants to do all of the things, explore everything. Any changes in his environment, he's like, what is going on? Must investigate. Anyway, apparently he went into the closet without Vincent knowing, and then Vincent put stuff away in the closet that accidentally shoved Earl to the very back of the closet. So Earl's just been stuck in the back of the closet for the last, 10 minutes. It's his own fault. He should have known better. He knows not to climb into those little spots. He knows what happens.
I see him struggling out, just with all his might, and just going, ah!
Poor guy. Good grief. Okay, back to this. Let's see. Zoomy? If the light is terrible, I might ask Vincent to grab a extra light.
LED?
Yeah, I don't want to have to deal with it, but maybe putting it up there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's feasible.
Thanks for putting up with me. This is such a work in progress because there's no roadmap on how to stream from a van, especially not with the 2 camera views. It's not exactly the easiest ever, but we're gonna make it work. Let's see. I'm gonna start with, I have my usual baggies that I love so much. There it goes. There it goes. We found the limits. We found the weight limits. Okay. They're my usual little baggies that I love. I think we're gonna start with the creamy color. Not the easiest to start with because you can't see it really clearly, but I'm a professional, so it'll be fine. Let's see. Just gonna do 2 strands is all we need. And I have my thread magic that I always recommend. It's amazing. I love it so, so much. Ooh, I need to fix it actually. It's needs to be squished. This is basically, it's some kind of like silicone-y, I'm not sure, some kind of like coating that goes on the thread, but it makes the thread go through your fabric way easier and lay a little bit smoother and get less frayed on the ends. And from what I've seen and from what I've read, people have had a really good experience with it. Like a lot of people, this is like a replacement for like beeswax. A lot of people use beeswax, but beeswax can like change the color of your thread a little bit depending on whatever's in the beeswax. Oh yeah, that's great. Is that okay?
Better?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great, we did it. Anyway, beeswax can change the color a little bit, and this is like obviously very clear, and it actually, I have found, just actually makes the colors like a little bit more vivid, which I like. I'm a bright color person, so I actually really enjoy it like this. Let's see. Now this is technical for like people like Daniel and Dana who don't even cross stitch. It's a great pastime though. There's this really nice guy, Manly Art of Cross Stitch or something. I can't remember his exact name. His name's Elliot. He bought a needle minder from me and it had an issue, so he was reaching out to me about it. He offered to like do a trade with something down the line because I don't do returns. I was like, I'll just send you a replacement because it's my bad. But he's so nice, and he also makes patterns. He sent me like the link to his shop, which is so fun. I was like, we need to do like a cross stitch meetup next time I'm in the East Coast. Okay, let's see. Hey Vince, if the camera is not focusing, what do I do?
Camera's not focusing.
Yeah.
Well, the screen is. Yeah.
There, now you can see it. Okay, we're gonna. What do I do? How do I turn it back on? Can I just click this?
Yeah, that should work.
I don't think it does.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. Okay, fixed it. I didn't do anything. Daniel, ET phone home. Daniel, I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Am I dumb? Did I miss something? I feel like I missed something. Also, should we brag about Daniel for a minute? Because Daniel, I was on the phone with Dawson, our in-between brother. He's older than Daniel and still a lot younger than me, 7 years younger than me. But he said that Daniel killed his first semester at BYU. He did so good. He did some really cool projects that all his teachers were so impressed by. He got straight A's, which you told me, Daniel, last week. But like, I'm so proud of you. That's amazing. Okay. Let's see. I have to find my crease again. I'm gonna say my up and down crease is kind of non-existent. I'm just gonna start right here. This is gonna be fine. I didn't do a very good job marking my middle. Dana, yeah. Daniel, tell me if I'm incorrect, but Dawson said that you did a project on like video game art, which sounds very interesting and fun, honestly. Vince? Hey Vince. Vincenzo, I have a proposition.
Sorry?
I have a proposition.
Yeah.
Could we actually move that over here?
Yeah, that might.
Is it too much? I just feel like it looks so yellow. Tell me if that bothers you, but this fabric is white, like white, bright white, and it's not bright white on that right there.
How about even more yellow?
Oh no, not yellow. We want less yellow. No yellow. Get rid of all the yellow. I hate yellow.
Okay.
It just looks. It is like almost twilight outside. It's like sunset time, so that doesn't help either. That's better-ish. No, that's actually worse. I don't know why. I don't know enough about how light works in cameras to be able to tell you what to do. We're just gonna struggle.
So,
Yeah, Daniel took some fun classes this semester. That's what Dawson was. Okay, I can't change this hoop around, so I gotta try to do it like this. Don't mind me. I just need to catch my first thread. Aha, did it.
Okay, it's precariously balanced, okay?
It falls on my head. It's okay. It just still looks so yellow. I feel like the camera's adjusting. It needs to stop white balance adjusting. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's probably on auto.
It's on auto. I don't know if we can fix it.
Oh yeah, it's pretty yellow.
It's bad, huh?
And it's the LED. Here, if I take it down, let's see.
Yeah, let's take it down.
But it suddenly makes you like ominous.
I'm about to tell a scary story. I need to fix this too. Sorry guys, we're just playing around here. I need to fix this is what I need to fix. I'm trying to figure out, I just literally put this together today and it's a struggle. I don't really know how to make it better either. Just need to tighten it. Don't mind me. This is what a reminder's for. This needs to tighten up. There's so many like little hingy spots on here. Okay, I have an idea. Sorry guys. We're so professional here. So professional. I'm gonna change it back too. Sorry. I think I made it one loop too loose, and so now it's not wanting to hold when I'm actually stitching. I need to fix that. This needs to be tighter. Yeah. Hi, Mary. Hi, we're back. How am I doing? Yeah, Daniel is an incredible video game designer. He's been working on the same video game almost all year. Since we were in Arizona, at least. Okay, we're tightening. We're tightening. We're tightening. We're tightening. I think one or two more turns. But Daniel's real good at. Oh. Okay, I think I figured it out. It's like a 2-point system. That hurts my hands to fix. Have we got it? Okay, I think we're in better shape than we were. It's like this is something I'm gonna have to play with. I just picked the first one that I saw that looked good. And it's been fine until a minute ago. I know, Daniel's too smart for his own good. You need to stop complimenting him, Dana. He's gonna get a big head. Bigger than his head already is. Daniel, Dawson also told me that you got a job, which is really great. Because I know that was something that was kind of stressful. And now you're like, killing it. You're doing the thing. Okay. Well, let's see if this changes. Sorry it's so yellow. That's something I'm gonna have to play with later. I think it's the camera that doesn't want to adjust. I could take the camera off for a second and like, Vince? Would it require undoing the camera to fix? If I could turn off white balance?
Yeah. You want me to do it?
I don't mind. I'll just go off for a second. I'll sit here and eat a snack because I'm actually starving. I haven't eaten anything since lunch. Thanks, Dana. Keep him in check. It is a very fun game. It's been fun to watch you build it, Daniel.
Here,
It's too hot today.
You can see it probably from here.
Oh yeah, See, it looks better there.
No, it looks the same to me.
Okay. It's gonna be better. What is that one? White fluorescent light. Flash custom. Let's see. Dip shade. We're fixing the white balance on the camera. I think that the white fluorescent is good enough. It'll do the trick. I think that's much better. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Everyone give me your opinions. Yeah, Daniel's stocking vending machines, which I honestly think sounds fun and very, like, low-key. I'd much rather be doing that than most of the other jobs that are, like, I don't know, working in the food court. I would want to rather die.
What do you think?
I think it's better. It's less yellow.
Oh.
The light is still just weird.
Yeah, it looks a little pink, but
It's just like, it's like not, I think it's also adjusting the aperture. It's like making it lower.
yeah, we'd have to mess with it.
Okay, this is gonna be good enough for now, I think. I still don't like it.
Hey, do
Yeah.
we have rice left?
Rice?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we have rice, folks? No idea. I'm testing. I think that light looks a little bit. I still hate it, to be honest. I just hate that on the camera it looks so dark, and to my eyes it's actually so bright. It's like bright white, but it looks purple. It's so dark. Like, am I stitching it in the night? No, I'm not. It's gonna bug me forever. Sorry. For some reason, when it's over here, it adjusts, and then when it's over here, it doesn't.
That sucks.
I give up. It is what it is, guys. We're gonna just have to keep messing with it. Oh, did I do my first stitch? I think I did. I did my first stitch backwards because I'm out of practice. I'm gonna fix it. Where did I do that? Okay, we're just gonna focus on actually working on this project. Thanks for putting up with me. Mary. I know, but I feel like the fun of this is like actually seeing what other people are doing, and if it's hard to see, then it's like, what's the point? I just care about quality, okay? Because I'm like a professional. I'm not really. But I do think everyone needs to give me credit for doing this in a van, because it is a lot trickier than just popping open my computer at night in my house. It makes streaming from home look very easy. I'm trying to pull this out from this side because I can't turn this hoop over as easy as I usually can. Shit out. But I can't deal with backward stitches. It drives me insane. And it's kind of, I feel like it's bad juju to start a new project with like backwards stitches. Mary, the pattern is, it is this one that I am test knitting for myself because it's mine. Let's see, review. It is, I decided to do like Taylor Swift Halloween patterns. So I made this one. We all get some kind of haunted with the little like ghosts. You can't see the colors very good, but they're actually really cute. With like the anti-hero ghosts. But I really need to test knit it, or I keep calling knit, I'm so sorry, because I did so much test knitting this last year. I needed to test stitch it, especially because it has a lot of back stitching, and I can't really be sure how many threads the back stitching needs without doing it. And I need to start doing my patterns anyway. It's just been on my list. I've been so busy trying to make enough that my shop has been, like, to get my shop up and running, but it's up and running now, so it's time to start doing all the test stitching, and since I'm live streaming, it's the perfect time to do that. Okay, yeah, I did my first stitch backwards because I didn't remember which way I wanted to do them. Thank you also for saying that is cute, because I like it too. I think it's really fun. It makes me happy. I'm gonna zoom back in. Yep. I think it'll auto adjust in a minute. It's kind of... I don't really know how to make it do it. This is the first time I've used this camera for this. Let's see. Okay. Should be Gucci. Let's hope, because I'm sick of this. Let's see. This is not easy to do in this format. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I like to do the stitch on top, or the cross being from top right to bottom left, not the other way around. And I could not remember because it's been so long. Can you hear Earl? What? No, I'm not gonna take you outside right now. I'm sorry. He's bored. He's bored and it's the witching hour. All the squirrels are running around outside at the park that we're at, so he wants to go chase them. Yeah, Daniel's game is super fun. And also, he did all of the art himself, he did all the music himself, and then all the programming himself. Like, it's completely self-made. I think it's very fun, personally. I think it's rad. Daniel, do you have the music that's in your game? Do you have it up on YouTube? Because from what I've heard of it, I love it. Sorry for the crunching. These are those, like, bare dried apple. I'm obsessed. I bring them to the movies. Like, when we go to the movies, they're like my movie treat. Also, Mary, what are you working on? What are you working on these days? Let's catch up. It's been so long. Sorry, I've been so distracted trying to make sure everything's not crazy. Which is a challenge. I have Chaperone stuck in my head because that's my new obsession. I've listened to literally all of her music and watched all the music videos, and I can't stop. I was literally surfing yesterday with this old guy next to me and just like humming, I don't, Hot to Go or something, and I realized halfway through he kept like looking at me. I was like, I'm singing out loud, oh no. I like didn't even realize. Smallish pattern like a color printer test page. Cute! That sounds fun. Is it like kind of retro vibes? Because that sounds fun actually. Like, because color is so much more fun to stitch. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I am obsessed a little bit. I'm kind of worried for her because of all of like the stuff around her asking for just boundaries. I don't have any problem with that, obviously. Like, that's totally fine. I just know that like she's talked about having bipolar 2 on her Instagram, or I can't remember where she posted about it. I think it was Instagram. So I know that because she deals with that, she's already like in therapy and all of the things, and I worry that also having to deal with like this really new level of fame is just gonna like be too much. I feel like she's one who could like burn too bright and too hot, which I would die. Like, I'd be so sad. But I just have a feeling like people better just listen to what she's saying and do what she's asking them to do. Like, truly. If there's any complaints, they need to check themselves. That's my opinion. Because I really don't want her to feel like this is like, I want her to feel like she's like achieved her dream, and then like she, you know, she gets to this level and it's like not fun. It's just scary, which is what she's already said. So I feel like people need to sit down and take several seats and try to restore the peace. Control your urges to scream at all the people you hate. to quote the great Taylor Swift. Yeah, Mary, that sounds so cute. Send over where you got it, because maybe I want to do it too. Yeah. She better not disappear. I'll be so sad. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 4. So this part of the pattern is it's like a plaid print for the middle ghost, because it's the green ghost from Antihero, which is wearing a green plaid sheet. Well, that's what this is. It's kind of surprisingly difficult to recreate plaid and cross stitch on like a really small scale, because it's just so like detailed with so many little lines crossing over each other. It took me a while. I had to do a few iterations to figure out like what like reads as plaid, which then also is like not too much to stitch, so it's not totally crazy. What else is new? Not much. I keep getting contacted by random companies. I always do. Even when I haven't posted in months, random like Chinese companies will email for like collaborations or whatever. It's always like really sketchy websites with like diamond painting or something that I don't even do. But I did get one email from this company that has like, they have this floss organizer that actually looks legit. Like, it looks really nice. I was kind of like, dang, I wish I could have that for myself. But it's like a $200 floss organizer. It has like all the bobbins and like it's like cute in these drawers. And they offered to give it to me for free for, I can't remember, me to make some kind of content. It's the first one I've really been tempted by, but we live in a van. Like, I don't have anywhere to put that. So, can't buy it. Or not buy it, get it for free. It's the first one I've ever been tempted by, though. My favorite thing is the emails from those companies are always hilarious, because it's always, like, translated. And it's like, you can tell that, like, they're doing their best, and they probably had someone look at it to, like, make sure that it was, like, grammatically correct. But it's still, like, really off. 1, 2... It's still really off because, it just, like, they say things that you would never say normally. Like, I think in the email that I got, it was like, you have a very appealing voice that I just love to watch in all of your videos. I was like, wow, okay. Super funny. So, heard it here first. Yeah, that's very nice of you. We will be there probably January or February. On vacation. Oh, Medieval Times I went to once in junior high, and the way that place is seared into my memory, I cannot even tell you. Me and all my little preteen friends, how we went absolutely psychotic, crazy for all of the nights. It was rabid. We were rabid little junior high students. My hair is bugging me so much. Dana, maybe I'll contact that company again at the end of the year and see if they still want to work with me. Let's see. Yesterday we surfed for 3 hours because we missed it. It was just so, like, there was no wave for days. Like, all of the weekend and the first of this week, no waves at all. So we were like, we just skipped it because there's no point in trying to go and just sitting out there with like a million people. But then yesterday we went, and it actually ended up being even better than the forecast said. It was so fun, actually, and I just, like, it was the first day where I really felt so good, and like Vincent and I weren't even in the same area, so like I was like doing my own thing and just going, and I was having so much fun. But I totally overdid it because I, like, my legs, like, back inside of my knees, because I'm on a foam board, it's like stickier than an epoxy board, so you get a little rash here if you're not careful, which I wasn't. I did whatever I wanted to do, and I got really rashy. It's like my legs are still rashy, like on the inside, the insides of my back of my knees, which is a really unfortunate place to be rashy when it's very hot outside. Just like sweat, it hurts so bad. But what was I gonna say? Oh, but I'm also really realizing my fitness level has gotten so much better. Like way better. Like when I first started surfing, it was really like end of June, maybe after my birthday is like when I really started. I could barely paddle out. Like I would get so tired. I would get so tired, and I could barely carry my board. Like it was really hard to carry the board out to the water. Like it was just really heavy and awkward for me to carry. And now it's just like no problem. Like I can just do it. And like I get there and I can just like push my board in the water and jump on it and like paddle out, no big deal. And I was even like catching multiple waves in a set. So like if you know how the ocean works, I've had to learn. When you let's see, I want to make sure I'm not messing this up. When you're surfing, you want to wait for sets of waves to come. Usually if you're with like a bunch of people who are more competitive or know what they're doing, they'll take like the first biggest waves of the set, and then I usually wait on the outside of the central, like the peak of the wave. I wait on the outside of it. I lost my string. And catch like the next ones. But it's tricky because it's like depending on the day, there's different lengths of time between sets. So like if the waves aren't good, you're waiting like literally it can be up to like 10 minutes of just sitting there in still water waiting for like real waves to come. But I was having a great day yesterday because like when the sets came, because I was on the outside enough, I could catch waves that other people were also catching. Like we would just never end up running into each other because they were like nice and long. And then also because of my paddling fitness level, I could like catch the wave, ride it in, not very far, I'm not that good, I could ride a little bit and then like jump off and then paddle back out and then like catch another one in the same set, which usually there's only like, I mean, 5 or 6 good waves in a set is like a great day. Lots of times it's like 2 or 3. So I was really proud of myself yesterday. I was like, man, my fitness level's gotten so better, so much better, and like I have muscles I've never had like arms with muscles in my life. So your girl's an athlete now. I do an extreme sport for fun. Oh, Mary, I'm happy for you. I'm happy you got winked at. Oh, that's so fun. Did anyone notice that it was like homemade and amazing? They should have. Yeah, Miriam's so strong. It's gonna come so in handy with all the knitting and stitching that I do. It's gonna really help me out here. Kidding. But actually, I will say that I like the other thing that, because you're literally just going like this forever, you're like the backs of your like your shoulders and your like whole lats and your like your middle of your back get a lot of workout. And because you're basically in cobra position anytime you're getting ready to catch a wave or when you're paddling, you're also like working your abs quite a bit. And if you don't want to bruise your ribs too much, you really need to like clench your abs to like support your ribs while you're on your stomach on the hard board. So all of that being said, my core has gotten so much stronger that I've also noticed that like I can sit here like on the bed with pillows and stuff for way longer before I start to like get a real backache. I used to get backaches all the time, and then it would like lead to tension headaches, and like that was like a big issue. But it's because I had no core strength, and so I like wasn't able to support my body very well. And I have noticed that like I can spend like most days, like most Mondays when I'm making a pattern, it'll be like a 9.5 hour day of just sitting in front of the computer. And I've noticed like I can do that whole day, no problem. Like I finish it and it doesn't like feel hard to me like it used to. So I guess everyone is right. And if you want a better posture, then you need to work on your muscles. Just took me forever to find something I guess that I enjoy doing enough. I know, Mary, I need something to work on my hands. Because they're getting nothing right now. They're just getting too tan. Which annoys me. I hate that like my hands are like darker than my whole arm. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell. This is so much darker than the rest of my arm. I put on sunscreen every time, but like your hands just don't hold sunscreen that good. Earl. No. Vince? He's cooking something. What's he making? He's making something with... Oh, I think he's making miso soup and eggs. That sounds good. All I got is this little snack tray because I forgot to eat before we started. Earl might need to go on a walk later though. Their favorite thing at this park is like the squirrels are running around all day long. They're like the California ground squirrels that are everywhere. Like they have entire tunnel systems and all of like the little dirt banks all around. It's kind of crazy. But Earl watches them all day, and then at night all these little bunnies come out of the same hole. They have little burrows in all the dirt patches. But all the bunnies come out. So like at night, whenever we're walking to the bathroom or whatever, there's just like all of these little rabbits all over the grass. So when Vincent tends to walk the cats more than I do, but when Vincent is out walking them at night, like they head straight for the rabbits and they just want to chase them. They just want to chase rabbits. They are so happy just chasing rabbits every night. Oh my gosh. But the problem is that Earl's also smart. So he remembers all of it, and when he's not doing it, that's all he wants to be doing, and so then we have to deal with him complaining all day, staring out the window like he's going to die, like he doesn't have a great life here. Wait, Mary, what denim jacket? Am I supposed to know about this? Did I forget something? Did I miss a message also? Explain. Yeah. Feral beasts. They have no idea how good they have it. Earl was even so annoying last night. It was like the middle of the night and he was meowing, which he never does. Usually he just sleeps with me, so I don't know what was going on with him last night, but he was not a happy camper. I think he maybe was hungry and didn't get enough food. That's what I think. I don't know if Vincent agrees with me though. Woof. I'm almost out of thread. Okay, gotta finish this last stitch. And then get a new piece of thread going. Cute! Mary, I've been wanting to do something like that for so long. I see people like decking out so many cute things. And I have a few pairs of jeans that are boring that could probably really use like some fun embellishment. Cute! That's so fun. That's like a fun project because you can kind of wear it as you go too, since it's like a bunch of small things. This is not easy. I did it. Cute. I like that. The horse persists, but so do I. Very apropos for the way the world is at the moment. Well, I gotta say, I'm feeling a lot more hopeful than I was a month ago. Gotta say. Things are looking up a little bit. Oh no. I lost my needle because I set it down on this table and my computer is magnetized, so my needle's stuck to it. Vince, do you feel like taking Earl for a walk later?
Yeah. I'm eating dinner right now and then I will.
Thanks, because he's riding the struggle bus today. Uh-huh. Cute. Love that, Mary. I think that's a great idea. Highly recommend selling patterns. It's been fun for me. Anything that's like worth making, I think is worth selling. I always tell people like everyone should be making money online. I don't make a lot, but I make enough to supplement our income in like a substantial, not substantial, in like a way that we can feel. What's in between substantial and like not much? That's how much I make. But it's just nice because it keeps me motivated to make stuff because I know that I can sell it after I finish making it. Appreciable, noticeable, yes. Appreciable. I think that's good. And it really depends on the season too. Like last year, I was making. I think I peaked closer to Christmas last year, around $350 a week, and then now it's down to like $100 a week. So it really depends on the algorithm and what people are paying attention to. Which is why I started making patterns again, because I thought at least if my stuff isn't getting viewed as much or getting purchased as much, at least I can just keep putting out new stuff. Because I know people like my patterns, it's just maybe I don't have things that they want to buy yet. Let's see. Okay, we can do this. We got this. We are strong, capable, independent women. We don't need no man. Nailed it. Oh, Mary, seriously not a big deal. Thank you for thinking of me though. I do really enjoy making them. It's a fun creative process. It's like creative but not too creative because like yeah, I went to school for illustration, but I never finished school for illustration. Oh man, I lost my thread. I went to school for illustration but I never finished school for illustration, so I don't feel like I can really sell my art necessarily. I don't feel confident in that, and cross stitch patterns are like the perfect in between where it's like still creative, but because it's a grid and like it's kind of pixel art-esque, it's like the right amount of creative where it doesn't feel as scary, I think. So I enjoy it. I think it works well for doing something like consistently, which is obviously always my biggest struggle. Always. I don't know why I didn't think of even live streaming sooner. Truly, I've missed this so much. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to see familiar names. And it's fun to hang out and like not to be doing this alone. Okay, we got it. We did it, everyone. I don't want to pull it out again. Okay, that's fine. It's tight enough. We're good. Oh, does that look different? I feel like this one looks lighter. It's gonna bug me. Ah, know what? This is the plaid pattern. Or this is the plaid part of the pattern, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I feel like, did I stitch? I can't tell if they're exactly the same or not. I think that the one that I just did is slightly darker. But I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. And also, since this one's a test stitch for posting, I can always make little color adjustments to make it more true to what it should be. Is the point of a test stitch. Anyway, yeah, I feel like that's a little off. Dang it. That's what I get for grabbing a random end piece of thread instead of one straight off of a new skein of floss. Oh well. It's fine. If I decide I hate it later, I can always change it before I do back stitching. That's what I'm gonna tell myself so that I don't feel like I want to change it right this second. Because I feel like on camera it looks a lot worse than it does in person. Let's see. I'm trying to decide too if I want to start doing more full coverage pieces. I did the Childless Cat Lady like tarot card a couple weeks ago, which I actually really enjoyed making. It was fun. And I enjoy stitching full color, like full page pieces, but that's because I like bigger projects that take forever, and I know a lot of people don't, especially if they're beginners, which is what a lot of my audience is. They like more simple things. But I did have so much fun making that Childless Cat Lady one. I kind of feel like maybe I should do more full color pieces. It took so long to figure out her face. Her face was so hard to do. I finally just adjusted her position, like her on the page, so that it was a dead on instead of slightly, it was like 3/4 view, and I made it dead on because like 3/4 view in cross stitch was too hard. Yeah, the last one that I did was the Mandrake, which I think I started on, I think after the last time that I live streamed. I started on it, I think, in Arizona. I can't remember for sure. But that one really burnt me out because it just wasn't,
Oh, baby.
it was just really difficult. And there's so much backstitching, like little words, at the very end that I had to do. I was just like, oof, I was done. So sorry, Earl's crying and crying.
Emily,
He's a menace.
you're a menace.
Earl, you're gonna get to go out later. This is the thing. They're not kids, so you can't like explain to them that they have to wait. They don't understand patience.
This guy woke me up like several times last night.
I know, Vincent got like 5 hours of sleep. Terrible, terrible. He has plenty of toys. We play with him in, like all the time. He has plenty of food. We give him both wet and dry food at different times throughout the day. He has his brother. He has all of his favorite spots to sit by the window or in the cab. And he's still not happy. A bunny night? Cute. Yeah, I think backstitching just isn't my jam. I say as I'm literally doing a piece with backstitching, but some people like it. So I make patterns that have it. I just don't enjoy it myself. But I think it's because for me, like, cross-stitching is just such a, it's just such a fill my time because I'm bored kind of a deal. I feel like I don't do it for the same reasons other people might do it. Oh, that sounds really cute though. Earl. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here for now, honestly. Because I can keep stitching on it, but after I get to the next section. I think I'm gonna start doing some green squares. That's what's next. All the little green squares. These green squares. Oop. Should be pretty easy. I designed it, so it better be easy. Half a stitch. Oh, yes, I can also. Shh.
No, baby.
Cute. I can slide my finger to tap multiple stitches. Undo if I need to. Cool. This is so actually great. I've never actually used a stitch counter like app before because I always used to print my patterns. But I'm not printing them these days because I don't have a printer and I live in a van. So cool. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so I can vouch for Stitchly as a pattern counter situation. I think it works pretty good. Pretty rad. It's very smooth on the moving it around on your screen too. Stitchly is kind of expensive. I'm not going to recommend it because of the expense for people who are just would be using it for like progress tracking, but it's pretty nice. Marry Me Too. Were we talking about doing that when we were last live streaming? I can't remember. I don't know if you'd remember either. I can't remember when we started talking about it and if I was still, I think I was. But I'm really glad it worked out too. It's been a great couple years. We're happy. We still don't have any money because, you know, life just got more and more expensive, but I'm glad we downsized when we did. Because life has felt a lot more exciting in the middle of the struggle than it did before, and I think that we're both a lot healthier for it. And we do have enough extra money that we didn't have before that we can do things like therapy and surfing and, you know, some of the other fun stuff. That's about it as far as extra money goes. But we have enough, so I feel good about that. Yeah, it's fine. I don't expect you to remember. I need to go back and look at my old videos. I don't remember if I live streamed in Arizona at all or not. I think we were just waiting for the van to be delivered. And then I started like my build series. Tracking the building of it. I'm so sorry. You have to get him to stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him.
I cannot with him anymore.
Do you want to go outside?
Oh.
Want to go outside?
I turn the camera back on.
You want to go outside?
I swear he
Yeah.
knows. He knows what we're saying.
Yeah, you want to go outside? All right, let's go.
Thanks, honey. I'm sorry. He's so happy. Goose is gonna come and cry too. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna close him in the front. I feel kind of bad, but like he's just gonna cry at me, expecting to go out too, which he will get to go out after Earl. But we just need to do one at a time. Yeah, Earl's incredibly talkative. I wish he was like a little bit less talkative. He's kind of like a husky. Like he's husky level of like drama and argument about every single thing. Do you hear Goose? He's scratching at the thing. He'll figure it out in a second. Goose is a lot more chill than Earl. He is his nickname's Fatty McFatterson. Because he loves food and hates exercise, and it shows. But we do say it to his face. He doesn't care.
Not like you can understand anyway.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Oh, I'm so sorry that your cat passed. That makes me, I literally, like, I cannot even watch people's pet videos if there are dead animals. Like, I cannot. It makes me so sad because I think about my, I think about my cat. Oh my gosh.
I know. Come here. Wanna go outside? Take your harness.
Now, Earl's too wired to ever overeat, but Goose,
Yeah.
Goose loves a good meal. Every single thing I eat, he like comes over to sniff it to see if he wants to have some too, maybe. Luckily, he's a cat, so he doesn't eat everything.
You know what's kind of funny? Like, we saw a video yesterday, babe.
Huh?
Like, olive Europe versus butter Europe.
Oh, yeah.
I think, like, Earl is, like,
Goosey,
olive
stop.
Europe. And Goose is butter Europe.
Yes, very much so.
Because, like, Earl is, like, he argues like an old Italian guy.
You know what? It kind of fits their names, too.
Yeah,
Olive oil Europe is also Earl Grey tea Europe.
No, that's butter Europe.
No.
Like, England,
Oh,
olives.
yes. England, but not like the overall vibes. Like when I think of butter Europe, I think of like,
Germany.
yeah, like people who like to party. Oh, what is that? What just happened? I don't know. It's like a thumbs up sign
On what?
on my face.
Oh no, it's.
Is that? Did someone give me the thumbs up?
No, just do it again. Do it again. Hold
Do
it.
what?
Hold it to the camera. Your phone.
No,
Your phone.
it. Oh, is that what it is?
Did it do it again? Show 2 with your fingers, or 3, or like any random number. Just go for it.
3. No, it's not.
No, you know what? It's like, I know where it's
It's
from. It took me.
It's like a
months.
bubble?
Yes, it took me months to figure it out. It's
What is
by
it from?
default on the Mac webcam.
What?
Yeah. Here.
That's crazy.
I know how to make
Can
it
you,
happen again.
Can you fix it? I
Yes.
don't want to make it happen. I want to make it stop happening.
Because imagine it was happening to me like during my lesson, like randomly.
Oh, Mary, I'm so sorry. I can totally relate. I go through long phases of feeling really lonely. Even with this guy, he's
Hello.
not enough. Sorry.
Ouch.
I need friends too. Okay, we're gonna see if we can turn off the thumbs up. That's so weird.
Shush.
Oh, now Earl's so sad because he has a harness on his leash on and he's just sitting by the door, forgotten. Oh yeah, reactions,
Yeah.
right? Oh.
I mean, you saw this
Yeah.
one,
Mm-hmm.
and now imagine me just like talking about something serious during my lessons, and that happening,
I was like the.
Or-
I'm not a cat.
or that. Woohoo!
Oh no,
Or-
I hate that.
I
Turn it
yeah.
off.
There you go. It's off.
Not my
It
vibe.
recognizes gestures, but it recognizes them randomly.
That's so weird. Everyone says hi, Vince.
Hi there.
Okay. Earl's going outside.
I know.
You hear him? He is a nightmare.
Jesus.
The worst.
Let me put shoes on and get my AirPods. My goodness.
He is anger. How dare you put on my harness?
Unacceptable!
I think this is chaos today. This is just chaos.
Jesus Christ, dude. You're gonna get out in a second. You already have your harness on and everything. I know. Don't argue with me, bud. I'm literally
Chaos.
putting my shoes on.
Chaos. Do we have cats or do we have children? I don't know. The
He's
level of
actively
complaining.
dying.
He is dying. He's not gonna make it. I don't know how well you can hear him. The microphone blocked out some stuff, but holy moly.
Alright. See you soon.
See you later. Good luck with that.
Dude.
I'm just gonna keep Goose up front. I know he's probably feeling forgotten, but it'll only be for a few minutes, then he gets to go outside too, so he'll be fine. Mary, when Vincent gets back, I'll have to read your comment. Okay. I got a little end stuck in my... I hate that. Stab. Go away. Stab. I'm gonna feed it back through. A little, like, fuzzy end. So annoying. I can still hear him meowing outside. It's crying and crying and crying. Oh no. I don't know how embarrassing is it that, like, I literally live with a Frenchman and I'm having a random follower tell me what he's saying, but I just have not. I have not been able to learn French. My brain does not like learning languages. I just really struggle with it, which is a bummer. If I had known that when I was getting married, just kidding, I would have still married Vincent, but it does make things a little bit harder. I'm excited for him because he just found therapy, like, program in French, like, with French people. So he'll do it, like, first thing in the morning when it's, like, their end of day. But I'm so happy because, like, we both have done a lot of therapy, but he's always had to do it in English because he's in the US, and that means that now he can do it in his native language, which is so much easier. I think it's just like it's so much easier to explain himself when he's, like, in his native language. So he's happy, I'm happy, and it's way cheaper too. I think it's like $40 an hour. Oh, my eyes itchy. Like, just that's because it's French and things are cheaper there, unlike the US. It's cheaper and it's, like, subsidized and regulated. They don't charge whatever they want. But I'm happy for him. He's happy too. I think it's been working out good. Oh, poor Goose. I know, Mary, I would kill for cheap therapy. It's always been like for me, I just need to be medicated because depression runs in my family, and also I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, so I have, like, a antidepressant that covers both to some degree. So, like, I really want to do therapy. It's just, like, never been as much of a priority. Like, Vincent doesn't need meds, he just needs someone to talk to. So he gets priority on therapy, but I really wish that we could afford both. If we could find one for me that was also $40 an hour, then we could be doing that, but it does not exist. Yeah, we that was one of the big sacrifices when we left New York, was that, like, in New York we had health insurance through the state that was literally like $100 a month while during COVID, and then, like, I think it went up to 200 after, but, like, so good. Totally affordable for us at the time. So we had health insurance, and part of health insurance was mental health care coverage. So, like, we basically had free therapy all through COVID, which was so good. And it was a real bummer to say adios to that. A lot of people could use meds. I think even just, like, to get over the hump of, like, I think for a lot of people sometimes it's just like you're just so sad or you're struggling so much that like you just need to get through the day, and sometimes it's like in the act of getting through the day you start to feel better and then you don't need it anymore. For me, I think I'm just clinically depressed. Like I just literally don't get enough serotonin in my brain ever, which runs in my family. Like I said, I've literally had family members who did not make it to old age because they chose that they not to do that. They decided they didn't want to be there. And like one of my great grandparents was institutionalized at one point, like serious depression. So that runs in the family, so I'm not surprised. Once I hit puberty, it just started. But then also I'm pretty sure, like, because the meds that I'm on help so much, I'm pretty sure I also have ADHD. It's like a SNRI, norepinephrine. So instead of just serotonin, it mostly affects dopamine, which is also what ADHD is affected by. Anywho, it's been a long road to figure out what works, but none of it had that many side effects for me. It just like wasn't as effective as I wanted it to be. So I think I kind of got lucky because I know some people have really bad side effects. Nothing I was on was ever like that extreme, so it wasn't too bad. I hope, can you hear Goose? He's so sad. He doesn't meow that much unless he needs something. He doesn't just holler at us like Earl does. So when he cries, his little meow is so sad. But I don't want him to do it here because it's too hard for me to leave this spot and go like deal with him. So he just gets to cry out alone in the front. As you can see Earl out there with Vincent, I'm sure. He also knows though, I can explain to Goose, like, not yet. I would literally tell him, not yet. When Earl and Daddy get back, then it's your turn, but not yet. But you're next. And then, like, every single time he'll like be crying, I tell him that, and then he just like, okay, and he just is like, he's good. Which is kind of cool. Trying to assess for autism, took all the way through, but they were like, yeah, you could totally get diagnosed. That's something. Basically, there's no chance. I mean, I almost feel like ADHD is like it's on the same spectrum, just a different branch of it. I've gone through phases feeling like, am I autistic? Because I really struggle sometimes with understanding nuances of conversations with people. I have a hard time with facial expressions, or I just don't really read them. I kind of ignore them, so it's hard for me to catch when like I've said something weird. I can be really abrasive sometimes. I always feel bad because Vincent's really sensitive to that stuff because of his past, and so it's frustrating for him when I'm just staring at him like because I just don't understand. He like feels embarrassed and frustrated and hurt. So I often am like, this is hard for me. But it's hard for me to tell. I think if I got diagnosed with anything, it would be ADHD, because I don't think I'm quite on the spectrum for autism, but I'm close. I've talked to some other people who've been diagnosed, and they're like, it's borderline. I'm like, yeah, I think that ADHD and autism just have such an overlap. It just like manifests a little bit differently. I sure got hyperfixations. Not lacking in those, that's for dang sure. Yeah, for me, the reason I'm pretty sure I have ADHD is it's mainly, I see it a lot in like the way I talk with people. I tend to talk over people and like not let people finish sentences because I get excited about what I want to say and what they're saying, and like I want to like keep going, but also I just feel like I can finish their sentence, which is a very ADHD trait that is not good, and you have to learn how to stop yourself, and it's really hard for me to do that. That's like one big clue. It's just like that makes interacting with people more difficult. I definitely have hyperfixations. I will like dive so deep on something and be so into it for like a month and then not touch it again for a year or never go back to it at all. Which is why I have so many unfinished projects in my life, and I don't have a career. I just have a series of interests that I get paid to do. And I have complete time blindness. Like I really struggle with getting things done on time. I really, really struggle to keep track of things like that, which is why now I've built a whole system for myself to track my work hours and make it like a game so that I can actually do it because I struggle so much with it. And okay, I'm letting him in. Goose, Goose. Hey, it's not your turn yet. Goose, Goose. Come here. Goosey. Goose. Come here. Goose, Goose. Hey. Nope. Completely ignoring me. Fine then. But the flip side of that for me is that I pick things up really quickly. I'm really good at figuring stuff out. Everything is a fun puzzle to solve, and life therefore feels more exciting because, like, the things that stress Vincent out, I just... Nah. It's a game. It'll all work out. Yeah, that's so true, Mary. Jackie, hello! You're fine. Show up whenever you want to, or don't show up at all. We're just live streaming. Jackie, we're just talking about an overlap between autism and ADHD, and who has what, and what it looks like. So, if you feel like contributing, you probably could. Jackie, I'm stitching a test pattern. I think it's cute. I'll show you. And also, Jackie, what are you working on? Yeah, Jackie's a fellow ADHDer. Hope you don't mind me outing you. Outline tank, cute. I love that tank. I have mine and I wear it. Can you tell what I'm wearing right now? I can't pull it up too high because I don't have a bra. I bet you can figure it out. Oh, Mary, if you keep getting ads, let me see if I can turn them off or lower. Yes, Jackie, Vacation Fest, you're right. Because they shouldn't be that frequent. I put them on low, as far as I remember. Live streaming. Let's see if I can adjust it. Straight settings. I don't know how to do it, so we'll see if I can. Let's see. Monetization. Okay, found it. Let's see. Okay. I set them to like very, very low. Every like 18 minutes or something. So that's cool. You didn't used to be able to do that. Like set exactly like when, how often, and what it looks like. That's pretty nice. So you shouldn't be getting them anymore for the next like 20 minutes. Yeah, I can't remember if I was monetized when I did live streams. I think I was barely. But they've just changed so much, and also, you know, streaming and these platforms in general have changed a lot in the last few years, so annoying. Jackie, I'm glad I'm streaming too. I missed it. It just took so long to figure out how to do this again. But I got the computer for it. Like, it seems to be running fine. And my old laptop could not have handled it, especially not with like the power draw. It just would have sucked up all of our battery. So this is working out pretty good. Also, let me know if the music turns off or anything. I haven't been keeping track of it. I think it's still on, but I picked like a long playlist. But it should be ending at some point. Eric! Hello, Eric. Eric is Jackie's fiance. We love Eric. He and Vincent play video games together. Very, very cool boy of them to do that. Okay, look at the horrible job I did with how I'm stitching this, because now I have to choose to frog hop over to a different part of my pattern. I'm gonna end it and pick it up again somewhere else. That was dumb of me. You can tell I'm out of practice. I'm not charting the best course very clearly to where I need to go. You're not. Okay. Where is that? Okay, we're good. Now I can. Ugh, this, like, checking off my stitches as I go, I actually find so satisfying. I love a little to-do list and checking things off. This is fun. Okay. Yeah. Where'd my scissors go? There they are. Oh, see, look how good Goose. He's just sitting by the window. Hi, baby. Come here. He's just sitting by the window quietly. He's a good baby. I think Goose is a better van cat than Earl is. Goose, don't tell Earl, but you're a better van cat. I think it's just because he's less active and he doesn't meow as much, so it's just easier to deal with him in this tiny space and where we're like in public all the time. Sometimes I worry that like the way that Earl meows and like cries, it probably sounds like he's like stuck or something and needs to be rescued. I always wonder if people can like hear him and are like concerned about the cat trapped somewhere. Goose. Yeah, your turn's next. I know. You want to go now? You want to go now? Your turn is next. It's not quite time yet. Can you smell this? String cheese. Can you smell that? Is that what you want? Hey, stop it. You want some cheese? Goose. I let him have a little bit of cheese sometimes. String cheese is okay. Here. You want some? Yeah, you do. Come here. Come on. Good boy. Here. Say hello. There you go. Delicious. Ew. You dropped it on. Where did it go? Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. You're not gross. It's just the random piece of cheese you just dropped on the bed. That's gross. Goose. Is that delicious? It's almost your turn. He's such a good boy. You just always look so sad. Jackie, you haven't seen it yet. It's a, I decided to do like a Taylor Swift, Halloween, like, series. Because we're leading up to Halloween. I've noticed like a big uptick in people wanting to buy Halloween patterns. So I am making Taylor Swift themed Halloween patterns, but I'll show you here actually because I'm on the big camera. This is a one I'm making. Oop. We all get some kind of haunted from like Midnight Rain, and then there's the ghost from Anti-Hero. I'm test stitching it especially because it has a lot of back stitching, and I can't tell, digitally like how many threads need to be in the back stitches. Goosey! It's not time yet. I know. You have to wait. You have to wait. When Earl and Daddy are back, then it's your turn. But not yet. Not quite yet. Let's see if he gets the message. Okay, now he's quiet. He's so smart. If we had space, I would totally get them buttons because I bet that they'd totally talk. I know, baby. No more. Goose goose. Do you want a treat? You can go get some more cheese. But that's all you can do right now. He's sitting by the door. I wonder if they're coming back soon because I feel like Goose can tell. He can hear better than I can. Yeah, Jackie, I'm excited. I think it's a cute pattern. I have a bunch of ideas. This one's just got me stumped with the backstitching. No, baby. Okay, I lied. He didn't stop today. I was wrong. Let's see. No, baby. Mary, good luck with your job interview. That's exciting. Yay! My mom just started working, like, as a teacher, as an assistant teacher in, like, a public school system. And she's liking it. I hope that you're able to get that job. That's exciting. Job interviews are so stressful. You got this. The thing for me is if you really dress the part, then suddenly you can fake it a little bit easier. I just like make sure to like dress up a little bit more than I think I probably need to, and then I always feel like a little bit more like slay queen. I got this. That's so exciting. Goosey, no. No. Don't his cries sound horrible? Oh, perfect. That's easy. Oh. Okay. This is so hard to do. Good night. Have a good sleep. Let's see. Jackie, tell me what's new. Tell me how everything's going. What are you planning wedding-wise currently? Goose goose. I am still reading the 946,000 word Twilight fanfiction. It's a human alternate universe where America has a modern like slave trade. And there's something special about Bella, but we don't know what it is yet. But Carlisle purchases her, and he works for the mob. That's just what it is. Goosey, no. Goose, goose, come here. Oh, he just gave me this slow blink. He's so sad. Come here. Your turn's next. After Earl's back. Where's Earl? When he's back. Let's see if he gets it. Goosey, come on. I know, baby. He just slow blinks at me when I ask him to come over. He's like, I can't, Mom. I can't. It's like they're dying. The most dramatic of animals. Anyway, yeah, so it's a human alternate universe. Bella's still 16, Edward's still 17, so I feel kind of weird about the sex scenes in it. But there are some. But yeah, like, Carlisle's, like, in the mob. And, like, their mother, Elizabeth, I think is, like, the canon, Edward's mom. And she's also Edward's mom in this. But she was, like, killed at one point. And they live in, like, this big, beautiful house. And, like, Carlisle's always heading off to Chicago. And they all speak Italian. And Jasper and Emmett are like Edward's older brothers, and there's Edward. And yeah, so Carlisle purchases Bella for some reason that we don't know yet. So she ends up working for them, or enslaved to them, technically. Goosey, no. I'm so sorry. He's so annoying. And that's where we're at. Bella and Edward are like starting to develop a relationship. James showed up. And Bella had to be rescued. But he's like a member of the mafia, and he just like takes an interest in her. We don't know why. It's very crazy.
So pretty.
Like, their characters are accurate, I would say. And everyone says it's like their favorite fanfic. But it is kind of crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna end up liking it. And I have so much more to go. Lucy was crying and crying. So sad. How do we do the thing? Earl, did you have a good time? Come here. Want your get your harness off? Can you take Earl's harness off before you go? Because he's gonna be uncomfy, and I don't know if he'll come over here.
He was a good / bad.
He was a good / bad boy. What did he do?
A good boy on some occasions, and he was listening and walking nice and stuff like that. And some other times he was just flopping down, like he's just like, no, I want to go that way. And he was just really pulling against his harness, just trying to get out of it. So I tried to listen to him. And then he was like, as soon as he realized that we were going back to the van, he was like, dead stop. He's like, I am not moving and I'm meowing.
That makes sense. Was he like, please, someone rescue me? Rescue me from this fate. I'm being kidnapped. I'm being kidnapped.
Pretty much. And there's a point where he was
Here,
happy
baby.
to be in the grass, so I just sat on the bench.
Give him a little piece of cheese too. Here,
One of those bench with tables,
right here.
right?
it's right there.
Piece of cheese.
A little piece of cheese.
I was sitting on a bench with like one of those tables, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was done waiting for me, he just flopped on the table and just meowed directly on my face, like.
Dang. That's not surprising. Little gremlin.
But I also wanted to wait.
What a good boy.
I also wanted to wait out a little bit because there was a pit bull. So
Oh, yeah. It's not that we think all pit bulls are bad. We just don't trust any dogs with our cats. We don't trust them at all. And it only takes one bite.
Yep.
To snap their little necks. So we don't risk it.
Boy, baby.
I really hope that this pattern looks as good on thread as it does digitally, because
He's dang cute.
I think it's
digitally.
cute. I like it. I just don't know how it's gonna translate. Daniel, delicious.
Boy.
Earl is obsessed with cheese. He gets more excited for cheese than Goose does. That's the only people food that he's remotely interested in. Also, Daniel, what are you doing tonight? Anything? You still hanging out at home? When do you go back up to Utah? I don't remember if you said so or not. I think so far I'm pretty happy with this camera. I just need to adjust it so that the aperture stays correct. That'll be my job for next week, is figuring that out. But otherwise it's working out so good. I like it so far, I think. Verdict? I think it's much better than the webcam was last week. Which is fine, because last week I was knitting, so it wasn't like as much detailed work anyway. I'm still knitting. I have this sock that I started last week, but I also started a new pattern for like this cute cardigan that has a bunch of cable knitting in the back, so it's cute. So your music's too loud to hear? Is that what you're saying? I was asking if you're doing anything this weekend, or like when you're going back up to BYU, because I couldn't remember. If you said when, so you have to tell me. Daniel, you're my #1 fan. Thanks so much for tuning in. Oh, you're already back. Okay, I couldn't remember. I don't know when the semesters start. I can never remember because everything's so crazy different schedules these days. Arizona school districts have changed a lot of their schedules, and I can never remember when Arizona schools start either because they're all different now. Class is next Wednesday. Cool. Are you back in the same like dorm that you were in? Like, you didn't have to move any of your stuff, right? I would assume you wouldn't have to, but wasn't sure. Okay, so you did move. You just moved buildings. Fun! It's crazy that you have to do that every semester. I still, like... I know I live in a van, so I don't have that much stuff, but even so, moving sounds annoying. Just checking off my stitches as I go. It's working so good. I actually really like the stitch counter. Like I said, I've never used one before, so it's kind of an experiment. It's working out great. You would have just had to like do it way sooner so you could pick where you want to be. That makes sense. But luckily you don't have that much stuff, right? I feel like when you're just starting out, like I feel like you kind of accumulate stuff as you go. But when you're starting out, you don't have as much. You like slowly end up buying stuff down the line. That makes sense. Oh, my back. We skipped surfing today to film our van tour, which was kind of a lot. But I am excited to go in tomorrow. We just hang out at the same park every day, so we're starting to see the same people and start to recognize people, which is kind of fun. The same locals. I can tell by their surfboards. They all have like really distinctive surfboards. Yeah, it's okay, Daniel. I'll survive. Just barely, but I'll survive. Jackie just sent me a picture, everybody, so get ready. What just came up? Aww. Oh, it's a picture from Eras Tour. So cute. I love it. That was such a good time. I was really glad to be able to go with you guys. I can tell that you're tough. Just the side of you when I'm at my weakest point makes a world of difference, so you make me strong. Okay. Goosey is the most patient baby ever. He's just sitting here with his harness on, staring out the window, waiting for Vince to get done with what he was doing, which was totally not going to the bathroom right now. In the same room where I'm streaming because we live in a van. There's no flush with compost toilet.
There you call me out.
It's your choice to do what you do.
My choice to have bodily functions.
Okay, I was just complimenting Goose. Goose is just such a good baby.
Oh, Goose, you're a good boy.
He's the sweetest. He's so patient.
You're a sweetheart.
Earl, on the other hand. It's okay. Earl's furiously cleaning himself, so hopefully he'll be good for the rest of the night. Maybe he won't keep us up all night. That would be nice. We shall see.
I'm even keeping beats.
Oh, good idea.
And try to bribe him into coming back home. But we'll see.
Okay, checking my music.
Let's see if that works.
See if it works.
Come on, boy. You want to go outside?
Grandma.
Baby.
Goosey loves to roll around in the dirt, and he'll occasionally chase some bunnies too. Earl's the one that really likes to chase everything. Goosey's a pretty good little hunter, though. When we were living with my grandmother while we were building the van, they lived in the house with us, and literally every single night, as soon as like spring and summer hit, all the geckos came out. There's a ton of geckos in like all the old neighborhoods in Arizona. As soon as all the geckos came out at night, Goose would sit by the door literally all night, and like anything that came under the door, kill it. My grandmother found some dismembered geckos around the house, which is disgusting. You could always tell when he was like hunting one too. He would get so focused. Okay. Let's see. Check, 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 check. I think I'm going to also start stitching up some of my older patterns. There's some that like a lot of people show interest in but don't purchase. I'm Oops, I'm betting it's because there's not an actual sample. So I think I'm gonna stitch up some of those too. I think I'm gonna do the Twilight ones next because they're the oldest. I'll probably just start from the oldest and work my way up. No, baby. I'm gonna stick him in the front if he starts crying too much. You already went. Yeah, no. Cat. I think what I am gonna do really fast though is put the cover on the window for chance. I'll be right back. If I can crawl out of here carefully. Hi, baby. Here, you want some more jeans? Took our window cover off while we were filming, but we're not filming anymore. So we can go back on. And anyone can't look in here whenever they want to. That's kind of piece of cake. Just had to unzip the bug wall and string the cover through and attach it to the hooks and then redo the bug wall. Okay. Better too, because maybe if Earl can't see every single thing that's happening, he won't be as upset. Hi, good boy. Hi. Cats. They take up so much of our attention. I say again, do we have cats or do you have children? Go turn the battery. Good timing. Da-da-da. Don't mind me. Okay. Sorry for the grunting. The first time using this camera, but I think it's working out pretty good. Just need to change the battery every so often. If I can figure out how to do it. Come back over here. This is a professional stream, guys. This is so professional. You don't even understand. Aha. Excellent. Is the battery life good? Who knows? I did put the other one in to charge too, though. Okay, we're back in business. I'm officially don't need to move around again. Long streams in a tiny space. That is the thing. Okay. Coming along. Doing its thing. Let's see. I like the colors. I think that the color choices are cute, so hopefully people like it. It's not like it's lightly Halloween. It's talking about being haunted with ghosts, but it's also like cute Halloween. So no, baby. You hear him arguing with me? Earl, come here. Come here. Hi. Just need some attention. Come here. You get attention you didn't want. Hi, baby. Hi. I know. It's okay. It's okay. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna survive this. I know it. I know you're gonna. Here, you wanna go up there? Girl, you wanna go up to the front? You can if you want to. I gotta open this, but my pillows are stuck behind it. There we go. There, you can go up there. Ugh. It was blubbery. I know. They miss you too, Jackie. They miss the attention. I just know they do. Let's see. There we go. Oh, I remember what I did. I was like, why is this so crooked? Nope, that's not right. Other way. I gotta remember how I had it set up. Okay, that's better. This is very hard to do on the mirror. Yeah, life's just been so much slower around here this year since we're not traveling as much, which we just needed to save money also. But, it's weird having things be so slow. I think that they're used to driving a lot more and like having a lot more newness. So they're not used to being so bold about wanting to go outside. Like they'll go months without having any interest in it, and then, we'll stay in one place for a little while and they're like, get! They're just so like need to have it right now sometimes. Also I said this before, but let me know if the music stops, because I think at some point we'll hit the end of this playlist. Who knows when that will be? I'll get this someday. It's just like at a weird angle for me to stitch with, so it's bothering me. See. We filmed a van tour today, and like we had to move to a spot with shade in order to do it because the light was just like way too harsh going in and out of the van. So we moved over to this like other side of the parking lot with more trees, and there just wasn't enough like open empty space today to have like a lot of space to ourselves. And I felt so bad because there's this guy who was like dead asleep with like a pillow and everything in his little car. It was like a Camry or something small. He was like dead asleep. Like there's nowhere else to do it, so I just had to be so brave. I'm not good at like filming in public. I know that seems crazy because like I do vlogs, but like I actually really hate it. And I had to be so brave today and just ignore the person sleeping 2 stalls over from us, 2 parking spots over, and just film the video, get it done. I had to be so brave. So that was my big win of the day. If you guys have any wins, tell me about them. I want to know. I hear Earl. What's he doing? No. You already had your time, Earl. You already had your time. No more. Nope. I'll see if he'll come over here. Usually, Goose like ignores me when I ask him to come over. He just isn't interested. But Earl's always like desperate for attention. So he will come. Earl! Come here! Come on! He's staring at me like, I'm not going over there. I know what's gonna happen. Come on. I know you want to. Jackie wrote 2 scripts. That's great. I think work wins count. Because if you can get stuff done at work, then it makes the rest of your life easier too. Less stressful. No. I'm so sorry for our cats tonight. They are the best and the worst. If I lived in a house, then I would have an office with a door that we could close to keep the cats out. But alas, I live in 73 square feet there is no privacy and there is no space. Let's see. Almost at the end of this thread. Earl, come here. He's coming. He can't resist. Come on. Come here, baby. Come on. I know. You're seeing the open door. He sees the open door and he's like, she's gonna shove me through it. Yes, I am. So he's not gonna come over. Today I have Feminine Nomenon stuck in my head. It's my song of the day. I'm adjusting. It's fine. What else is new? What else is new? There just isn't that much that's new compared to last week. The biggest thing that was new was me not getting this pattern out on Monday. I mean, realizing I should probably be stitching it. That was my big thing that I had to do. Started that new knitting project. Ooh, we saw, so 2 weeks ago we saw Alien Romulus, which we really liked. I actually, secretly, I love the Alien franchise. Like, I really love it. I have a few, I'm a huge movie and TV person. If you don't know me, I watch a lot of TV and movies. And I have opinions about all of them. But the one that I secretly love so much is Alien, that I never talk about. That and the Godzilla franchise. Every Godzilla movie, I love it so much. Every city gets destroyed and the monsters win. And then like 2 years later, there's a whole new one. And it's like, I just love it. I think it's so fun. I just love like disaster movies. But Alien I love so much. I love the originals. A lot of people didn't like Prometheus, but I loved Prometheus actually. And then there's like Alien vs. Predator, like there's so much. But actually the newest one that just came out, I think is like one of the best ones in a long time. Like it really had the spirit of the original Alien, and it really, like, it kept you going like from the get. And I don't know, I just thought it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. So we saw that 2 weeks ago, and then this last week we saw Blink Twice. It's like a thriller, like spooky, you don't know what's going on kind of a vibe, by Zoe Kravitz. And I also really liked that one. There's a good, like, it was kind of predictable, but there was a really good twist at the end that made it, I think, very fun, and made it like unique from other ones that I've seen. So I really appreciated that. I enjoyed it. I thought Channing Tatum was amazing. There's some scenes that he did, just long, extended, no cuts of just him talking. And like, woof. At one point, he starts to say, "I'm sorry," and he gets gradually louder and louder and louder and more unhinged. And he's just saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry," over and over again, like bigger and bigger and bigger, until he finally breaks. And it's like, whoa, like that scene alone, I was just like, dang, he's killing it. But that whole movie, like, I think the music choices were really, really good. The cinematography was like beautiful. Like it felt so Great Gatsby and so spooky. I really, really, really loved it for the art. So it's totally worth seeing, in my opinion, and worth seeing in theaters, because it's just, there's so many like close-ups of people's faces, just like them experiencing things, and like big beautiful shots of like the environment, and the color treatment that they did I think is gorgeous. It was just very fun. So I enjoyed it a lot. It was better than I thought it would be. We'll see pretty much anything. We have AMC A-List, so we go to a movie pretty much every week. It's just like a fun thing to do that doesn't cost a lot of money, and that where we can get out of the van and like veg somewhere with AC. But yeah, so tomorrow, what are we seeing tomorrow? Oh, we're seeing The Crow. That one's gonna be like it's like a vengeance anti-hero kind of a flick. So we'll see if I like it. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. The actor that's the lead, like that is the Crow, is someone I can't remember who it is. Somebody. Do you hear Earl? That means they're coming back. That means they're coming back. Yeah, you hear them? You hear them? Are they coming back? There they are. Earl's screaming. Bloody murder.
Is it surprising?
No.
Oh boy.
The boy Goose Goose. Got it.
Sit.
You get little freeze-dried minnows as treats, which are disgusting, but they love them so much. That made me lightheaded. Yeah, I'm excited. That one's like the one I was least excited for. But oh, what's the other new movie that's coming out this week, hon? We just saw the trailer for it yesterday while we were watching What We Do in the Shadows. Do you remember what it was?
Oh, I don't.
No. Well, it just got. I'm gonna look. It just got, like, the tickets just got posted. So let's see.
Talking about What We Do in the Shadows. That's
I know.
a hilarious show.
It's been on my list to watch for forever, and I finally just turned it on. I was like, I watched the first like 5 minutes of it. I was like, Vincent, you're going to die. Like, it's so funny. So we started watching it together, and we actually both really love it. So I'm excited to keep watching it. That's like our new. That's one of the older shows that is just like I've been wanting to watch for.
It's the creepy paper.
What was it? It was Afraid. That's what it is.
Afraid?
Yeah, the horror film with AI.
Oh yes.
The AI horror film. It Ends With Us is out. Not interested. Too much drama.
Too much
Honestly.
Colleen Hoover.
Too much Colleen Hoover and too much drama. Are there any other ones that we were excited to
The
see?
Crow. That's what we got to take the ticket for.
Yeah, we
It's
saw
already out.
Deadpool and Wolverine, which we loved so much. Vincent like cried at the end. So good.
Huh?
You got close. You got teary-eyed.
Oh, that end scene was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. We saw Twisters. I enjoyed that one. I thought it was fun. I thought Glenn Powell did a great job. He was pretty cool. He's not my type, but like it was fun. He was fun. It's worth watching in my opinion. Inside Out 2. Oh, so good. Love that one. Yeah, so good. Like I said, we watched a lot of movies. Strange Darling, I would like to see whenever. But yeah, the Afraid, it's like an AI horror movie, and I think it looks really fun.
Do you mind if I borrow your skateboard? I'm just gonna cruise around.
You can borrow my skateboard.
Thank you.
Don't break it. Don't let a car run it over. I will be so sad.
I will do all of that.
Then you better not come back.
My name is on half this van.
My name's First.
Damn, you're right.
I am protective of my... It's a surf skate. It's so fun. I'm not very good at riding it, but I think it's beautiful, and it was hard to acquire. My dad got it for me for my 30th birthday, so I'm protective of it. Okay, let's see. We're on the last. Are you guys liking this music? Should I change it? Maybe I will. Sound of the Seas. Summertime Sun. Let's see what Summertime Sun is like. I feel like that's too upbeat for me. That's not my vibe. I'm gonna look in the featured playlist. This is Epidemic Sound. It's what I use for all my videos and stuff because I pay for the rights to it. Lifestyle vlog. Let's see. 23 playlists, Epidemic Essentials. What do we want? What do we want? Maybe lo-fi beats. Or retrowave. I love retrowave. I can't even hear it to be honest, but we'll do retrowave. When it ends. Retrowave is like, it really is my concentrating music. It really, really helps. It's kind of crazy. What a difference it makes for my brain. I love it so much. Okay, I have to be so smart about this. Because I want to get my thread, I want to carry it all the way around to where it needs to end up. So I'm going to see if I can do it. Gotta play this smart. I think I can do it. I need to hit a few more little spots. And I don't want to have... No. Yeah, I have to anyway. But I don't want to have to cut my thread if I don't have to. Did I say I don't want to have to cut my thread if I don't have to? I meant I don't want to cut my thread if I don't have to. It is that time of night, and I've been talking for hours and hours. This filming stuff, like for a half-hour video, you're filming for like at least an hour and a half. It's just a lot. And then like a van tour, like a thing like a van tour, it's so easy to like, or any kind of tour. It's just so easy to like overshare and end up like being really disorganized in like the way that you're speaking. And it's easy to forget stuff and like have to go back and fix it. I have a knot in my thread. Love you, Jackie. Have a good night. Get some sleep. He's on East Coast time, I'm on West Coast time. It's early for me, but not for you. Oh, come on. There we go. I got it. What was I gonna say? I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, it's easy to like end up having to redo it a million times basically because it's just hard to keep everything straight in your head. You don't have a teleprompter and you don't have a director. So it's just you and you just have to like soldier through when it feels hard. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm going to do something kind of kooky, kind of crazy. And we're going to bounce our thread all the way down the side here. Starting with this one. Because I'm enjoying going section by section. And sections don't show the other parts of the section. So I have to finish the section, totally. Even if it doesn't super make sense in the pattern. Oh wait, actually I wanted to bounce it down. I didn't want to do this. Let's see. Okay, I think Earl's finally quieted down. Everyone's chill. We're all chill here. Nothing crazy is happening anymore. Okay. Let me know if that's annoying at all. The music, I mean. I don't know if it is or not. I can't hear it. I probably should figure out how to be able to hear it. Because it would probably make me happy to also hear music. But that is a problem for another day. Boom. Let's go 2 down. Okay, I think we're in a good shape. I'm actually really enjoying stitching again. I didn't think that I would like it, but I'm having a good time. This is fun. I forgot how relaxing it can be. The thing that's hard about it is just posture. Like, it's just, you have to like, you have to really bend over to look at it, especially, you know, with this setup, which makes it a little less comfy on my back. But otherwise, it's totally fun. Hi, baby. You wanna go up there? You can go up there. Let's see. There he goes. You gonna go up there? Go for it. He's considering. Look at him scoping it out. As if it's not the cab of a car with absolutely nothing in it. It's just him. I hope I can get this done fast. I feel like this pattern is going to take me forever to stitch. I think I'm going to be spending all day stitching is what I think is going to happen. Which is fine. I enjoy it. If it's for work, I can justify it. Because I do count my work hours as if I was working for someone else. It's really the only way I'm going to get stuff done consistently is if I can kind of like track it. As if it was legit. But this is definitely going to up my work hours for the week. I just hope it isn't too much for me to get done. Especially because I also still enjoy knitting. I would like to still knit also. So I hope I can do everything. All of the things. Okay, now we're going to come back over here and finish this little square. And then make our way up because I only have a little bit more to do of this green on this section. And I can just end this thread and like pick it up somewhere else, which is nice. But okay, I think now that this stand I've kind of figured out how it needs to be, I think that this is working great. I'm happy with it. And it was only like 20 bucks. Vincent's been wanting to get a stand like this anyway because he has a second screen. There's like a very thin, light screen that's not the TV that's attached to the wall that he would like to be able to use. So now he can use this, which is great. Yes, my love. Yeah, you're gonna have to chill. You okay? Hey, what? He just jumped so big. Hello? I am hoping that as I do these every week, more and more people will start to know about them. I know it's pretty quiet around here tonight, but that's fine. I expected it would be because I haven't been doing streaming in a long time. But hopefully, with me getting back to it, everybody will start to come along and hang out. Because I do love a crowd to chat with. I can make up stuff to talk to or talk about all night long, but it's nicer to have people to chat with, that's for sure. I am liking 6 to 9 also instead of 7 to 10. Vincent last week had a class up until like 6:30. But this week he doesn't, and I don't think he's going to from now on if I have it scheduled this way. So I think that 6 to 9 my time works good. That's like 9 to midnight East Coast time. In the US at least. Ouch. I'm trying really hard to resist the fall urge right now. Like I did get a pumpkin spice frappuccino the other day at Starbucks. I did. I just feel like it's the law. The week that they come out, you have to. But otherwise, I kind of... This is like the first summer, actually, that I've really enjoyed. I think this is the first summer where I've been somewhere with, like, really comfortable weather all summer long. And where I've had, like, a summer activity to do. Like, being able to go surfing with not having to wear a wetsuit is really nice. And you do have to wear one most of the year here. So I just, like... I think I'm just not wanting summer to end for like the first time in my life, because usually I am like a major fall and winter girly. So this is the first time that I'm like actually like not excited for fall to come. And I've been resisting the fall vibes. I am not watching Twilight yet. I will eventually, for sure, because that's part of my personality. Big part of my personality. Twilight memes. But I haven't started yet, and haven't watched Harry Potter yet. I haven't broken out any sweaters yet. So I'm trying to be so very brave. Let's see. We did it, folks. We did it. It's kind of, this one's being carried pretty far over, but that's fine. That's a big jump. That's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'll be here, I think, until 9 o'clock. Just hanging out. Crafting with whoever else is crafting. 1, 2. I think Earl can see Vincent. Because Vincent's probably running around the parking lot with the surf skate. Kind of wish I was out there with him. Sounds fun. He sent me this video of these girls, this like girl who coaches and like teaches surf skating on like retreats and stuff, you know, one of those like retreats with like people going and having a spiritual experience. But this girl does surf skating, and she was teaching surf skating as part of this retreat in Argentina, I think. And she actually, it was like the way that she taught it was actually the first time where we really understood it. Goose, or Earl, stop. No. 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 He knows what no means. Anyway. And surf skating is like, it kind of looks like a longboard, but it's a lot more bendy. Like it turns a lot steeper because the trucks are a lot looser on the board. And so it is really cool because you can mimic the motions that you do like when you're surfing to turn. You basically are doing those same motions with surf skating, which is why it's called surf skating. And once you get going on it and you figure out how to do the right movements, you can kind of push off and then just go, and like just with the bend you keep your momentum going. You carve basically to get around, which is very cool. It's just tricky to figure it out. Like, I've really struggled with figuring out the body movements, and the way that this gal showed it was like, it totally made sense to me. So now I want to go see if I can figure it out. Earl! No. No more. You're all done. He's on one. I don't understand. Earl. Guess what? It's time for quiet time. Yeah, go up front. Go, go, go. Good boy. Get some quiet time alone. Eek, sorry, baby. He's just trying to get attention. Because he wasn't done. Even though he had like 30 minutes outside. I know. He's just talking to himself. Okay, we're ending this one, which is very exciting. I'm gonna keep working on the cream now, also the cream color, because I didn't get very far with it. I think I might also maybe start on black, actually. I feel like that might just be a little easier to do rather than continue to count all of these other little ones, little patchy colors, because we're doing plaid is what's happening. I have my little embroidery floss, my favorite way to do it, with the little baggies and the rings. It's my most favorite thing ever. We're gonna switch to black. I'm gonna do the outline of this ghost, at least in this section. And then we can go from there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Pull one out. Hey,
Sabi.
how was it? You just
Love
open the door.
Uh,
Do you feel like you're able to figure it out?
Yeah. A little
That's
bit.
awesome. What were you gonna say? Sorry, I cut you off.
I think I'm gonna hop on roller skates and go. Did you see like the bridge? There's a trail that goes under it and actually goes a little bit more inland.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm gonna go there because there's a park down
Okay.
there that looks like a potential candidate for another spot to sleep.
Oh, yeah, go check it out.
So I'll check it out.
Okay.
Still have plenty of time before the park closes, so I'll just do a round trip like that.
Yeah, no worries. This park closes at 10. I might be here until 10 then, if you're just hanging out. I'll be here until at least until 9, and then we'll see after that. Doom 10. Good magic, as usual, because I love what it does. Oh, you're gonna have to fix that. I had it shut, and you, like the cover, the window cover. It just got pulled, so now I don't know where the magnet is either.
Wow.
Yeah, it's still there. Thanks. And he's off. Off on another adventure without me. Just kidding. I'm having fun with you guys, don't worry. Everything's fine. Actually, I'm going to start right here.
Goose. Finger.
I had to quarantine Earl because he was being naughty. He's just crying and crying.
Is it surprising?
No. He just goes through phases. Like, for months, he won't do that. And then he'll go through a phase where he just, like, does it nonstop. I think he gets whatever reaction he thinks he wants once. And then he, like, wants to keep doing it forever. Shoot. I lost my thread.
So basically just being a gremlin.
Yep. Gremlin behavior for sure. Absolute gremlin. Okay. One more time. I didn't put it through enough threads, so it didn't stay. I'm gonna hold it, I think.
You know, Em?
Hmm.
There's science that says that cats actually mirror our behavior. I wonder who's Goose and I wonder who's Earl.
Couldn't tell you. I am not gonna take the bait. I'm not
No
gonna take it.
comments.
I'm not gonna take the bait. There's no way I'm taking the bait. Okay, make sure I didn't just mess this up. No, we're good. We're good. Still under one stitch. I pulled it a little bit too hard and it almost slipped out, but I think we're okay. Wow, it's a close one. Wow. Vince is gonna be lonely without.
Gonna be lonely now?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Don't forget to wear your helmet if you're going on the street.
Yeah.
And make him wear a helmet. He doesn't enjoy it, but I
It's
make
actually
him do it.
not street, it's a trail that is completely isolated.
Oh, even more reason to wear a helmet so that you don't accidentally fall and knock yourself out and no one can find you.
Fine. Do you have a little backpack or something that I can put my phone?
Just the pink one that's up front.
I guess so.
We only have a pink one. Let's see. I am making really good progress. I think I'm going to keep stitching. Maybe I can get this ghosty done tonight. It was kind of slow going, and I won't get any of the back stitching done, but maybe I can get the main body of the ghosty done tonight. That would be great. I just need to get back in the flow. I feel so out of practice with doing this because I've spent so much time knitting and other things lately. Oops. I have to like remember how to do everything again. I feel like out of shape creatively with stitching in particular. These stitches are definitely not the best as far as like tension goes. They're not the cleanest, but that's okay. I think I'm going to pop up another section so I can continue this line down because I don't want to not. Let's see. 75. I have to find the right stitch. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. switch to being able to view all of it. I'm gonna check them off as we go because it makes life so much easier. Yeah, okay. Feels like not the line I thought it was, so I'm glad I checked. I probably would have done it wrong. Vincent needs headphones out? He did. I'm going to check on the music. That's good. I think that music's fine, right? It's nice. I like it. Ugh. Okay. We are doing good. It really is so nice to check stitches off as I go. I think I wouldn't have enjoyed doing it in another format, but I do like doing it on the iPad because I can just blow them up so big. And I did not have this iPad until last summer because that was when I started making patterns and I really needed something I could draw on. So, very fun. It's easy on the wrists too. I would have really struggled to do this tonight without this. I told Vincent, like, there's no way I probably just would have ended up knitting again because holding it in my hand, like, killed my wrist. And I'm already hard on my wrists because I already knit and hold my phone on my iPad all day and type all day. And now I surf where I go push up on my wrists all the time. Yesterday I bruised my hand. My board slipped out from under me. And the like GoPro attachment piece that we have stuck to the top, it like scraped against my hand. And it's hard plastic, and my hand is not hard plastic, so it hurt. I hear Vincent up front still. Vincent, what are you doing? Yeah, I feel good about doing this outline. I think it'll be easier to do the rest of it if I do this. It is a quiet Thursday night, that is for sure. If anyone's on here, feel free to chat. I'm just hanging out quietly. This does take more concentration than knitting, which is what I did last week, so that makes it a little bit trickier because I have to count in my head. And knitting, especially the sock I was knitting last week, is just, I'm so comfortable with it at this point that it's pretty automatic, so it's a lot easier for me. Boy. What else is new around here? Nothing. Did I say what we were actually seeing this week? Oh yeah, the crow. Otherwise, I've just been so into politics because things finally got exciting and not depressing. So I was paying attention a lot, and I think I burnt myself out already. Like, last month or so, you know, has been really fun, and so I've been paying more attention, and now I'm like, okay, I hate this. And now I'm back to, like, escapism. Back to reading that Twilight fanfic. I'm also watching the show called Black Sails, which I actually love. It was one I'd never heard of. It was running like 2014 to 2017 or something, I think. It was, you know, a while ago, but it's made by Michael Bay. He's one of the producers, and it's actually so good. It's only 4 seasons. I'm just finishing season 3 right now, and it's pirates in like the 1700s, in the Bahamas mostly. And it's very fun. It's like, it's made by Stars. It's a little raunchy, you know, typical pirate levels of raunch. So if you don't like that, you wouldn't like it, but it's very fun. Like, I actually really, really enjoy, pirates in general. I think are a fun concept just because they don't exist anymore, really. And these pirates, I gotta say, are pretty badass. I like don't know how I'd never heard of that show. I would have loved it when it was airing if I had known about it, but I just didn't. Oh shoot. Wrong one. Oop. I had no idea, so I'm just catching up now. Did the wrong side. Gotta fix it. I really can't deal with stitches that are not facing the right way. I'm a stickler about that in my stitching. It just looks so much neater. Like, my eyes really catch it if it's wrong. There's always like 1 or 2 in a project that I mess up. I hate it so much. I can't stop staring at them. I always want to go back and fix them. And I keep dreaming of going back to Disneyland again. We did that for our anniversary in May. Like the first weekend in May. It was beautiful weather and it wasn't crowded. It was like pretty easy to get around, get on and off rides. We got to do everything we wanted to do, and all the things that we really loved, we got to do them twice. So it was like a really good trip, and it was just kind of like a nice grown-up trip. We had like one good, like fancier dinner where we got to like watch the parade and like drink cocktails, and it was just really nice. It was a nice time, and now I keep thinking about it, and I know Disney sucks. There's that whole like lawsuit right now with a woman, a poor woman who literally died because of an allergic reaction because Disney restaurants weren't taking care of business. I know no details. I just know there's a lot of drama right now with like the Disney Plus subscription that now everyone's like, so are you signing all your rights away? So that's not fun. But and I really hate how expensive it is. It has gone up in price so much, especially Disneyland California. Like, it's kind of depressing. Because that used to be something like we could do on the weekends. Like, not a big deal. Like, it used to be something that me and my friends would do. You know, I'm from Arizona, so it was an easy, quick, like 5 or 6 hour, 5.5 hour drive over to LA to do Disneyland. And now it's like so freaking expensive, and you get kind of less for your money too, because it's like now you have to do like Genius and all this other stuff. They just have lightning lanes, and now they don't have that, so I have to pay extra for it. It's kind of depressing, if I'm being honest. And that's what makes it even worse, that I still want to go. I'm like, wow, I'm a real Disney adult that I can like look past all of these issues. But I think I just hold such nostalgia for me, and I actually find it to be really, really fun as an adult without kids. It just is like one of those parks that still feels magical with or without kids. It's not something that you do because the kids love it so much. It's like something that like they just really do make it so good of an experience for everyone. So I still love it. But we definitely can't justify doing that more than once every few years with how expensive it is. And Vincent grew up in France, which means that he like I don't think he really gets like what it means, what it is like for people like me who grew up going there a lot, especially, you know, like on these like last minute kind of quick little overnight trips. Hi, Danny. I don't think I've seen your name before. If I have, I am sorry. I don't have a great memory, but nice to see ya. What are you working on? I'm just chatting to myself. I think my little brother's watching. But it's been a quiet night around here, so Catch me up. What are you working on? I am working on a test stitch for a pattern I'm designing. So, just trying to see if it's something that's going to work the way that I am imagining it working. The way I want it to work. I have like my digital stitch progress tracker over there. Oh shoot, actually that's wrong. Over one too many. It's hard to do everything mirrored. But yeah, so I just keep thinking about it. It's my fault for going there in May, and now I just want to go back. I will say though, we did have a really fun time at Universal Studios also. I feel like that one's the one where I could like do half days and like have a good time. I think it would be one where like it would be worth it for me to maybe get a like a season pass might be fun. And they do have so many good deals for season passes. I'm trying to convince Vincent. I'm lying when I say that, because actually I mentioned it once while we were there when I saw an ad, and then I've never mentioned it again. But I've thought about it. I've thought about maybe I want to make Universal Studios more of a thing. I do feel like they're working really hard to like compete with Disney, and I'd say that they're doing a decent job. Like their food's gotten a lot better and more fun. And still their like studio tour, you just really can't beat that. Like Disney will never have that. And I really enjoy it still. I think it's really fun. Every time I watch a movie, I always wonder if it's like on that back lot. But so maybe that's like the second best choice that we can make work. I think I'd be okay with that. But I just really do love theme parks. I love them. They're so fun. Move. I gotta fix this so that's straight again. For me. That's better. Doing the outline of this little ghost. Because I got tired of trying to count all of the little pattern inside, and I realized it'd probably be much easier to just be able to fill in the outline than do it from just counting. And if I'm entertaining you, don't worry. I'll be here every Thursday. You can't get enough of watching me stitch slowly, then never fear. I will be back again. I actually might go later tonight if Vincent's out. If no one shows up, I might end at 9. But if somebody decides they want to chat, then I will stay because I got nothing else to do and I need to get this done. I want to photograph it and put it on my Etsy listing. So I usually put out a pattern every Monday, and I didn't this Monday, and I feel weird about it, so I want to like catch up really quickly. Be back to doing what I'm used to doing. Okay, I have like a solid block of black. That's easy. Cats have finally quieted down. Things are looking good. Goose is sleeping. You know how cats like with their little paws? They just look like they're meditating. Goose is meditating. I might open this and let Earl back. Hi, Goose Goose. Hi, baby. It's okay. It's just the door opening. He jumped. This pillow always gets in the way. There we go. Wow, that is the most annoying sound. I'm hungry too. I forgot to eat as usual. I'll probably end up getting like Del Taco or something when we leave, because there's Del Taco right outside the park. And if we're driving right past it and I'm hungry, I really, really love their little bean burritos. My first love when it comes to bean burritos is absolutely still Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell bean burritos. Mostly because of like the like mild sauce and and diced onion that they put in there. It just like makes it. But the rest of Taco Bell, I just cannot justify the cost anymore. Like I feel like they've definitely fallen victim to just like all the other dumb. Oh, my sister's calling. I'm gonna answer and tell her I'm streaming. Hello, I'm streaming. How are you? That's okay. I mean, I'll be done in like 20 minutes at 9. In 20 minutes? Oh, dang it. I'm sorry. Oh, man. I don't blame you. Well, especially like with... I feel like with Lucy's still kind of more closer to baby stage. I feel like it's like a lot of hands-on in both with both kids at once. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Mayhem. Dang, that's rough. That's pretty rough. Yeah. Fun. Nice. Yeah. I think Marco Polo is fine too. I always forget about Marco Polo. Yeah. Me too. It's not good for making plans anyway, because it's just too hard to explain on with texting. It's easier just to say it. Yeah, I'll make sure. I don't know if I have my like notifications on for Marco Polo, so I'll make sure that they're on so that I can see when you get in touch. Excellent. Because now that I have my all streaming stuff set up, then we're ready to rock and roll over here. Okay, I love you. Okay, bye. Well, since no one's chatting, I don't feel bad about talking to my sister for a minute. She's got toddlers. Very little babies. And apparently they're causing mayhem. So, it's always hard to reach her because she's so busy. I know it's just a stage, but it's one of those stages that I always feel bad for parents when they're in it because I know it's hard. Otherwise, what is everyone working on? What are you doing? I'm working on a Halloween pattern that I will post on Etsy as soon as it's done. Luckily I have like this really nice shadow box that I didn't have when I started making patterns, which is one reason why I wasn't actually stitching them, because it was too hard to like, I like didn't know how to make them look nice in a listing, like in a photo of the pattern. So I just chose not to not even try to do that. But now I have a really nice shadow box and I feel like I know a lot more of what I'm doing And my Etsy shop is doing well, which means that I know that people will buy it, which is good motivation for actually doing it. I think it's hard, like, putting in time when you don't know if anyone's gonna care. Once you get, like, those first few sales, it's so much easier to, like, stay motivated, I think. Okay, I'm gonna do the fold over method on this last one because I have, like, a single piece of floss. So I'm doing the fold over method. It creates a little loop on the end, and you can basically, like, make a little knot in it. Thanks, Danny. Isn't it crazy how slow stitching is? I feel like I always forget, like, these little projects, they seem so quick, but, like, they're not. Every little stitch is actually 2 stitches, and it's just slow going. What I really want to be doing is knitting my cardigan and reading my Twilight Panic. That's what I've been doing every night, and, like, I'm in such a habit of it now. It's like last night we were cleaning the van late to do the tour today, and it was so hard to, like, stay focused because all I wanted to do was, like, my little night routine of reading and knitting. I'm not good at making habits, but then when I make them, it's really hard to not do them. I get kind of, like, neurotic about it. Okay, there we go. Move that. There we go. I've had to get up and down a few times, so it's wonky now. Gonna put that through. Way easier than what I've been doing. It's not the easiest method when you can't turn your project over. But I can't turn it over very easily when it's on this thing. Daniel, I like that your name on your YouTube account is, like, your full name. It kind of makes me feel like you're more important than, okay, this is gonna sound I didn't mean that you're not important, just that, like, it makes you sound more posh or, like, more official. That's what I mean by that. Daniel G. Johnson. I like it. Let's see. Oh, so close to the end of this little section. I do think, just even seeing this, I think the plaid's gonna turn out cute. I have a good feeling about it. Once you add in all the cute little back stitching, it's gonna be nice. I still haven't decided how many threads I want to do, which is the main reason for doing this. I don't know if I want to do 2 or 3 strands. I'm just not confident about it. Which is why I need to do this. Well, it says Daniel G. Johnson on my side, so I think it has to do with, like, your just, like, display name. Not necessarily your @ like, they can be separate. I think you can edit them in, like, the account settings. Daniel, do you prefer going by Daniel or by Danny? I've never asked you. And Colette and I call you both. I don't know what you prefer. I feel like our parents always call you Daniel. Oh, we did it. I think at this stage of life, I don't really care what people call me, Emmeline or Emma. But I do find that because all of my stuff is Emmeline, it's easier just to introduce myself as Emmeline, because otherwise it's confusing when people are like, if people are trying to find me and they think my name is Emma. I get that. I feel like, I don't know, have you ever introduced yourself as Danny? Like, for me, at different stages of my life, like especially in school, I would introduce myself as Emma, or like different friends would call me Emma. So like, it kind of almost has like a nostalgia for it, like with it, because it feels like certain people, like that's their name for me because of like where I was at in life at the time. And then other ones have like Emmeline. It kind of depends like when you knew me. what you call me. Dan? Really? I think that's a good grown-up name. Like, sounds like an older dude. Older dude name. Not a little kid name. Kind of reminds me of, like, my friend Dana. She has a son named Robert, but ever since he could speak, he has said that he likes to be called Bob. So, he's Bob. Bob the 3-year-old. Good idea, Danny. It was just very cute and funny, I think. Bob is hilarious. I've been drinking enough water. I need to drink more water than usual because I hang out in salt water in the sun. But I'm not good at remembering. I just forget. I get going on my stuff and then suddenly I'm like, I'm parched. I haven't touched my water in an hour. Ooh, cameras. Needs to be turned on again. Cool, I'm really happy with this camera. I think that the battery's lasting good. Like, this is easy. This is my vlogging camera. In the past, I would use my DSLR, like my older DSLR, because it was easy to just like leave it on the tripod all week for when I was streaming. But since we live in a van and I don't have space for stuff, this is like my vlogging camera. I just put like my 15 to 45 millimeter lens on it, so it wasn't like too wide angle. It's a little bit flatter. But I think it's working pretty good. I've never used it for like this kind of thing before. It's doing a good job, I think. It was so weird. This camera, like, the screen had like purple like lines in the corner, like it was broken. It's an LED screen, and I thought it got hit or something, which wouldn't be surprising because it's just been in the cabinet with all of our other electronics, and so I wouldn't be surprised if the screen got hit. There's like this camera takes a beating. So I thought about taking it into Canon, but it was gonna be a couple $100s for them to like look at it and fix it. So I was just like, I'll just wait, like we'll deal with it later. The screen's still usable. It's just like got a little like purple stuff in the corner, like something's broken. But then I went to turn it on today, and I hadn't used it in a while. I went to turn it on today, and the wide angle lens, the 11 to 22 millimeter lens that I usually use for vlogging, because it's just like I can hold it in my hand and it still looks a little bit further away. It's not like too up close to my face. But anyway, that lens, it was like making the weirdest noise. It was going like non-stop, even if the camera was off. Because like cameras don't ever really like fully turn off. They still have like a little electric current that runs, because like whenever you touch any buttons or anything, it'll have like a little light. It'll like check the SD card. If you like take the SD card out and put it back in, even if it's off, it'll still like check it. There's little things like that the camera's always doing, so it's never fully off. And I think it had something to do, I was trying to figure out what it was, because that was just so weird. Oops. And it was just like, it was like short-circuiting. Like we figured out it was the lens for sure, and it just seemed to be like not, it's like something about the little electric current that runs, I think, was like making it try to focus, or like make the aperture go in and out or something. Like something in the mechanics of the lens was just like not able to stop what it was doing. So I tried everything. I looked, I like tried to see if there's any like screws loose or something. I cleaned all the sensors and it was still doing it, but I figured out if I like didn't latch it in all the way, the camera would still like turn on and recognize that the lens was in there, but it wouldn't be able to like control it at all. But it could still like, I could turn it on and like mess with the settings and stuff. And so I just turned it on and I was playing around with it, and it was going and going and going, that little whirring sound, and then suddenly it stopped. And then I noticed that the screen no longer had the little purple bits in the corner. Like, do LED screens heal themselves? Because like it was so weird. Because that purple thing did not seem like, it wasn't like digital. It was mechanical, because like when you take pictures and stuff, it didn't show up in the corner. It was just on the corner of like the physical screen, and suddenly it's gone. And then the lens stopped doing that, and now it's fine. It was just the weirdest thing ever. I was like, is this the same camera? Like, what is happening? It was so bizarre. Daniel, you're using an old Fujifilm? Good. I love that Fujifilm. I think it took really nice pictures. It just didn't work for vlogging, and we don't have space for all of the cameras, so I'd given it to Mom a long time ago, but I'm glad you're getting use out of it. I would really like to get a Fujifilm again, because I feel like Fujifilm just has like the best film treatments for cameras. Like they look the best out of camera. They just have, I don't know, something about like the way that they are digitally. It's just like the quality of them is beautiful. Lethal Company. Oh, I recognize that name. It might be, I can look at my, let's look at my Steam. No, I'm not gonna look now because I feel like the Steam account's gonna take up a lot of juice. But I'll look and see if it's on mine too. I feel like it might be. It might be. I enjoy horror games if I'm playing with other people. It's just playing alone that's like too scary. Like, it's like you're too in the world. I get really invested in like into the world of whatever game I'm playing. And if it's like too much, I just like, I really freak myself out. It's worse for me than like books or movies. Like video games are worse. So I have to be smart about it. And at BYU, in college, there was one night where we decided to play the Slender Man game, and it was at like one of the guys' apartments. They brought all of the mattresses down and put them in the living room, and we quite literally stayed up until about 5 a.m. Don't tell the RA. We didn't have an RA. Don't tell the apartment complex people, because we weren't supposed to be doing that, because BYU used to have a lot stricter rules. Like, we weren't even allowed in certain areas of like other genders, like opposite gendered apartments, and they were so strict. There was a curfew, so it was annoying. So we just snuck in and out. But yeah, we were there until like 5 a.m. and then we all fell asleep on the mattresses playing Slender Man. It was so scary, and I think that's the last time I've truly played a horror game, but it was fun with friends. Yeah, I think that would be fine then. If it was like funny horror, that's fine. I think, Daniel, I think that that's the same for the dorms now, which makes sense that they'd have stricter rules for like, especially freshmen. But this was at like just regular old student housing, off-campus student housing, which is why it was very annoying, because it's like, we're all adults. Like, what is the... If we're gonna do stuff, we're gonna do it, whether or not you know about it, because we're adults and we're smart enough to know how to sneak around if we really want to sneak around. Which, you know, if sneaking around is playing a game and falling asleep, then sue me. But yeah, it used to be really strict on off-campus housing too. And it was expensive to live there, so it was like, why am I paying to be harassed and monitored? Stop it. I'm gonna do that fold over method again because it was way easier to start a new thread with. Yeah, that was at Liberty Square. The first summer that I was in Provo, which I had a great summer. It was so fun. I started in summer semester also, and I loved it. It was a great time to start because the campus was so much emptier, and there was less people. It was just, for a socially anxious person, it was a great way to start. When fall came around and it was like, 35,000 students, by then I felt like really comfortable. Yeah, it's on 600 South Campus. And I think that they redid it recently, if I remember correctly. Now it's like light gray, 2-story little complex. But it's one of the more popular ones. Like, They started with Liberty Square. Now they have like another Liberty Square that's closer to like where Dawson lived at Alpine Village and where I lived at Alpine Village. They have like one that's over there now too. That's also like another branch of the Liberty Square group of apartments. And they also had a couple other buildings under different names. But Liberty Square was like the biggest and best according to some people. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's not a bad place to be. It's just like the off-campus housing rules were like the problem. You know what I mean? That was what was so annoying, was like just the general rules of BYU, not even like the off-campus housing people. I think the entire real estate system in Provo is completely messed up. It's not fair to students, and it's an absolute monopoly, and it's way more expensive than it should be for what you get. But what can you do? You don't have any choice, which is why they can do that. You didn't have any options. I'm glad that it's gotten better. Dawson said that the rules have gotten a lot more relaxed, which is great, because they were not relaxed when I was there. That's been one thing. We've been hanging out near Berkeley, one of the Berkeley campuses around here. I think it's Berkeley Irvine. It's just like so, that campus is so beautiful. I can't even tell you. It's the most beautiful, just green and grassy and like these beautiful paths. We just drive through it a lot. It just like, man, it makes me like want to go to classes there because it's just such a beautiful space. I always feel like a little aw whenever we go over there, because there's like a Target and an In-N-Out right next to it, so we end up there quite a bit if we're like needing to grab stuff. But, it always makes me feel like I want to be back in college. I never finished college, so I could really go back anytime. It makes sense to do it. Okay, I'm doing the little sunglasses of this ghost now. Little aviators. So cute. Cats have passed out. Yeah, they're outside time. Now they're pooped. Chase some rabbits. Time for a snooze. Let's see. I feel like I'm finding my rhythm again. I cannot tell you how stoked I am on this this holder. It's great for like any time, not even just for streaming, just in general. It's like a nice way to do it. Because a really hard thing with being in this space is like I'm sitting on the bed right now, which means that it's like a soft surface, so you can't, you know, like everything has to be on a hard surface, which means that you're like using other things to try to prop stuff up. Like I have like a little like tray table that has like my computer and the microphone on it right now, and I was not looking forward to potentially stitching because it just like you have to have, you know, you have to have stuff that like is sitting around that you have to be able to access as you go. And if you don't have like a good place to set everything, it just becomes really messy, and you're dealing with like needles, which just really they are escape artists, like Mary was saying. They just want to run away. So having like one more like the actual, like what I used to have, the embroidery hoop I had was like, it's like a nice wooden stand, which I loved having. I got it in France, and I still think it's a great stand, but it's just not ideal like for this space. It's like one more thing that needs to sit on the soft surface and it's gonna fall over. So that was like my issue with it. I'm eating goldfish. I was having a hard time with the idea of that. Did not sound fun. So having something that's like an arm coming down from above that I don't have to set down and pick up, that's just here off of the ground, off of, you know, the bed, is really great. I feel like this is a perfect solution. And since Vince can also use it for our extra screen, I think that makes sense too. Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm off. Now I have to fix it. I'm way off. What the heck? What did I do? Oh, man. I have to go back. I did one too many. I did way one too many. Let's see. All of this should be right here. Down by like 2 stitches. I wasn't paying attention. Hey, hon. How was it?
Oh, Goose. Just wanted to check you out.
Was it good? What do you think about the sleep spot?
Huh?
What do you think?
Still streaming?
Yeah, I am.
Alright, cool.
I was just...
Just checking.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was asking you how it went.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.
That was fine.
Hey, we're good.
Daniel says
That
hi.
trail that I was talking about, but it was super sketchy to
Yeah?
go down there.
Ooh.
I just decided, I'm just gonna try to find a way to that trail on the streets. That was even worse.
Oh, no. Did you
When I
fall or
finally
were you
got to that
okay?
Trail, I was like, oh, finally, I got there. Because I was following Google Maps.
Mm-hmm.
I ride, and suddenly, dirt!
Oh, no. So
So I
not so
just-
good.
Went back, still had fun, but
Yeah. So you didn't end up getting over to like where you wanted to see?
Yeah.
That's okay.
it's not the best place to roller skate and blah, 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 you know?
Yeah. That's not surprising.
Yeah.
The nice thing is that you have this entire parking lot you can
Basically,
skate around if you
want
want
to
to.
stay on the trail, you just gotta continue on the south side of Duhaney, basically.
Mm. So you didn't get over to like where the sleep spot was?
No, and
Okay.
honestly, it didn't look like a sleep spot. It was like a bougie apartment complex next to it,
Yeah, not good.
and so I'm just like, that's the type that is going to have to make a fuss about it.
Yeah. The
And
nice thing is we have
there
that
were signs
entire
everywhere,
street.
like two-hour parking during the day, basically.
Yeah. I wouldn't risk it anyway, in that case. It's just Daniel on with me. If someone else is here, you can comment, but I don't know that you're here if you don't comment. So, to me, it's just Daniel. I will stop streaming momentarily. Because this park closes at 10. And I'm hungry. I want to go eat food. But I gotta fix my mistake first. I can't leave it with a mistake because I'll forget that I made a mistake and then I'll keep going with the mistake. So I gotta fix that first. Okay, here we are. That's why I don't usually do this, but I just don't want to waste this yarn, or this floss. It's like a brand new piece that I started. I'm a conservationist when it comes to floss. Even though I know it's cheap, I still don't like wasting it. Okay. Last one. I think that this one is the little loop that I made. I'm gonna pull it from underneath. Ta-da! Fixed. Okay. Gonna make sure all these little fuzzy bits get out. I don't want them to stick around. There we go. Redo. And maybe after I do these aviators, I'll be done. Okay. That's where I should be. Dumb. I just like did one too many. Steps up by 2. Wasn't paying attention to my landmarks. That's putting his roller skates away. That's better. This is how it should look. Did you get enough to eat for dinner, Vince, or are you hungry?
Yeah. How about you?
I'm hungry.
You hungry?
I hunger.
Am I to understand it's a chicken nuggies night or something?
Perhaps. Maybe that's my Thursday night thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a McDonald's right outside of this park, next to the Del Taco. And we're trying not to cook too much because Vincent's gonna film his van tour tomorrow in French. So we're trying to keep the van a little bit cleaner so that it's easy to do. Daniel says, fun. Daniel says he wants to play Lethal Company.
Lethal Company?
Mm-hmm.
Which one is that one again? Oh, yeah.
It's a funny horror game.
Uh-huh. Have to check if it runs natively on Mac now or not.
Oh yeah, I think that was the issue, wasn't it? I
Yeah,
kept trying to remember
I could
what
download
was
it
about
on-
it.
Like I could sideload it, but it was just like running super slow.
Mm.
But I'll try it again.
Maybe
Absolutely,
improvements have
Danny.
been made.
Hmm?
Danny says especially if it's before next Tuesday because he starts classes on Wednesday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Denny, I'll reach out. I'll download it and make sure to try it before. But yes, absolutely. That had an update recently with more stuff in it, right?
He will tell me momentarily. He says try it out and let me know.
Hmm?
He says try it out and let me know.
Will do.
Yeah, I think it's a chicken nugget stand. We just always look for the deals. We only buy
Yeah.
fast food with deals now.
Okay, it's still only window is what I'm trying to make work.
I'll have to play around with it.
It's just funky last time I tried.
Daniel says it has a cute baby bug monster.
Yeah, the man eater.
Man-eater.
Yeah, it literally looks like a big bug, like kind of like a grasshopper almost, but like a little fatter.
Fun.
And it's just like a little baby, and the problem is that you have to make sure it's okay. Whoa, is that? Oh no,
No, it's just the ceiling.
it's just the pattern of the ceiling. I'm
You
starting
scared
to see
me.
stuff. Well, I'm talking about monsters. I'm just like, ugh.
That's funny.
So you have to basically get it in your arms, like and rock him like a baby when he's crying. Because if you don't do that, he transforms into a horrible beast and just basically gets rid of it.
What the?
Hence,
Crazy. That's fun. Can't wait to rock a baby bug. Okay, we're just gonna finish these aviators and then I'm hopping off. Because at McDonald's, they close the dining room after 10. What? Does that bother you?
No, but I was just like, oh, right.
Last time we literally got there at like 10:03. And we couldn't order,
So I had to
Anymore.
show up at the drive-thru. It's like, hi, my car doesn't fit through the drive-thru.
yep, we just had to walk up to it, which is annoying. So I don't want to have to do that again if we're going to go there. Thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
Add it to the list. That's our inside joke for when I ask him to do things. Like the list is so big, it's
Like
killing him.
it started with like, I think it was like
I can't
stuff
remember.
we needed to buy, maybe for the van or something like that, or like maybe
I think
for
it
like,
started before then.
or
I think it's
maybe
an old.
equipment for YouTube or something like that. I don't
Maybe.
know. Like it sounds.
Yeah, maybe. It was a long time ago. I can't even remember how long it's been, but.
Okay, add it to the list.
Add it to the list.
No, you know what it ripped off?
Huh.
Honey, it's 4 a.m. No, it's 3 a.m. Time for your.
Time for your dick flattening.
Yes, honey.
Yes, honey. Yeah, that's how it morphed. It was from that originally. Oof. This camera's focusing.
Hey,
weird.
Goose, what are you
Goosey.
doing?
He's just being a little friend. Hey, Bubba. You gonna do your... Nah. He's trying to hop up on the table.
Here, you can show a pause on the screen. How about that? Whip, whip.
Cute.
Good boy.
Okay, I only have a few more stitches. Do you want to get the van ready to go?
As I'm literally launching a game.
Yeah, well, we have to leave in a few minutes anyway.
Yeah.
I told you when we needed to be there, so it's not my fault you weren't listening. I'm almost done
People
with this.
watching your are like, this guy's weird.
Yeah, you're so weird.
Why the heck I married him? He's just a weird French dude.
Just a weirdo.
I'm just realizing like I'm playing like the game out loud, so you probably have like.
Yeah, rude.
Oh, you just wanted some
Let's
cuddles.
see.
You're a good boy.
3 more stitches, and then I am logging off for the night.
You're such a good boy.
Thanks to y'all for hanging out. It's been grand. Quiet stream. Get your friends to come, so it's more of a party. But anyone who's watching this back later, happy you're here. I hope that this makes crafting a little less lonely if you're feeling like you need friends. And Daniel, I hope you make good progress on your game. Okay, last one. Are we ready? 1, 2. Done for the night.
Dun, dun, dun.
Alright, everyone, thanks so much for watching. Happy you're here. Have a good night. I'm gonna go eat chicken nuggets. And we're gonna call it good. We made good progress. We made good
Let me
progress.
see.
I can't show you right now. I'll show you
Oh,
afterwards.
you'll show me after.
Okay, bye.